Hello, folks, and hey, Bear. Welcome to the Nateland podcast. I'm Nate Bargatze, Brian Bates, Aaron Weber, Dusty Slay.
All right.
And we have sitting in with us today. It's a big one. It's a big one.
People have been asking for this for a long time.
Our boy, Ryan Hamilton.
All right.
Thanks, fellas.
Yeah.
Very
Exciting. It is exciting.
I'm excited.
Yeah. We're glad to have you,
Yeah,
buddy.
thank you, pal.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I've been around Ryan for,
Oh my
when
gosh.
did you come to New York?
2008.
Yeah.
Ryan
Yeah,
was
that's right.
he was the first person I knew who actually personally knew Jerry Seinfeld,
Oh,
and you've opened for him for many years on the road.
yeah. Yeah, for a
And
while.
when I opened for you, I just sit there the whole time, just listening to stories about being on the road with him, going to movies with him.
Right. Everybody loves to hear about the routine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody loves that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A routine is good. I have no routine.
You know?
No, I'm trying to get a routine in my life. It's all falling apart, Ryan. Well, we will get into that. One announcement. Aaron. You see the screaming. It's happening.
There it is.
There it is.
All right.
About it. This Friday, Nateland YouTube, where you're watching this right now, maybe. Just scroll on over.
Mm-hmm.
Loves
And
food
fine.
so much, put it right in the title of his album.
Wow.
This special.
Jeez. Took the wind out of my sails there, Dusty.
Sorry. I didn't know. I thought you were done.
Well, not only are you doing that this Friday, you got another big thing coming up this Monday.
Oh, yeah. I forget. Tonight Show on Monday.
How about
Tonight
that?
Show. Wow.
Look at
Pretty.
that.
Yeah.
It's almost too much stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow.
It feels like a lot.
I don't think I like it. It's like
Overexposure.
overexposure. I go, let's calm it back
Yeah.
down. Aaron will be off the podcast the next 2 months just to give you guys a break.
It's like Snoop Dogg. He's just everywhere.
He's everywhere. So, yeah, this Friday, January 31st, Nateland YouTube channel, Aaron Weber special signature dish. Very, very pumped about it.
Yeah, dude.
Tonight Show on Monday.
Making moves.
This is it. This is your first kind of big
Yes.
out in the world.
Yeah.
And if
It does
you
feel
saw
like that.
Chappelle's last SNL monologue, very similar. He comes out with a cigarette, sits down on a chair stool
yeah.
immediately.
They told me I couldn't smoke, but I will be sitting down my whole set and just pontificating about the world.
Turn up the monitors.
You got a Zen in, though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I always have one. Yeah. Now I'm pumped, man. It's exciting.
It'd be nice
Yeah.
if you just had your signature dish that you could just eat out.
I should
Yeah.
bring out a signature dish.
Yeah.
Just eat throughout my set.
Yeah. Yeah. Just,
Any advice for all y'all that have done all these late night sets? And Nate's done it 50 times. Ryan's done it a bunch.
I'll take this,
Dusty's
guys.
done it- Yeah,
Oh,
Brian.
yeah. Brian's gone up late, but I don't know if he's done it.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't. How many times have you run the set?
A bunch. I'm running it 2 more times tonight and then
Yeah.
all weekend. I feel good about the set.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they might make some changes last minute, but I feel all right about it.
Yeah.
So
You feel all right or you feel good? You said, I feel good, and then I feel all right.
well, I was worried I came across a little too confident.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
You never wanna
I walked
feel
it back
really
a little
good.
bit.
Yeah.
I
think-
hate the set, but
Yeah.
no, I'm kidding.
My
You'll hate it too.
I always think it's never going to be as good as you think it's going to be when you do it in the room. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're gonna murder more in clubs,
Yeah.
and so when you do it in the room, you got to know just it's not. I mean, the crowd's great; they're laughing, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But you build it up, and you think, oh boy,
Yeah.
you think it's like it's gonna be. It's almost every special I've taped either. Everything you tape never is as good as because there's just too much pressure on it.
Right.
I think for the audience, for you, for
Yeah.
everything, that it's just can never live up to what you think it's going to be,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then but I mean, just you do it, you just go, and everybody's watching on TV. And
Yeah, it's fun.
you just have a
Yeah, and
good
I would
set.
say it'd be good to get a set where you don't get the reaction that you think it deserves before doing it.
Mhm.
That way you know what that feels
That
like.
should be hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to like
think
have it
he's-
just
yeah.
bang, 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 and then you go on the Tonight Show, you do one of the jokes and it
Uh-huh.
doesn't work. And you're like, well, why didn't
What?
it work? It's
Yeah.
been working every time I did it.
Go bomb with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try to bomb. Do you have any
I'll
experience?
see what I
with
can
that?
do.
Yeah.
See if Birmingham has any spots. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friday night. Come on
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, there's got to be a weird room that you
Yeah.
can go
Oh,
do it
yeah.
in. Are you going to run it in New York?
I am. For a
Yeah.
couple. I kind of bombed with it the other night here at
There you
the Dark and Dirty showcase.
Oh, there
Okay.
you go.
and it
Perfect.
was pretty rowdy, and I got them by the end, but it was
Yeah,
tough sledding up top.
that's good.
Do you,
Yeah,
do you
that's
add
good.
cuss words in between?
Oh yeah.
That's how you got to get them.
No, yeah. Start screaming at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. If you bomb, yeah, as long as you've bombed with it. I always think you got to bomb with it.
Yeah, it just happens, right?
Well, you go run it,
Right, too
to
many
Village
times.
Lantern,
Yeah.
some weird spot, and then next thing you know, you're just your 5 minutes is 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Do
you're
like
all
Dusty does and run it in front of the stagehands
Yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah.
right. He
I
does
did do
his.
that. Yeah.
Ryan, do you do that? When
You run your whole set in front of the stagehands?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
Like
way
when they
to
let
bomb.
you go out
in
you know,
rehearsal?
in rehearsal.
Wow, no,
yeah.
I've never done
Oh,
that.
I've always done the full set.
What made you do that?
I don't know. I
His
just feel
ego.
like,
His
yeah.
ego.
Yeah.
He does extra time.
Yeah.
15
I
to
just
20.
I want to feel what it
Really?
feels like to do it out there.
Wow.
And I also feel like, yeah, it's the worst reaction you're going to get.
Yeah, what does that time out to? Like a minute and a half?
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Do they get nervous? Like, are they like, hey, it's gonna be, has anybody ever said like, it's gonna be better than that, right?
No, I mean, maybe they thought it, but they never said it to
Wow.
me. Actually, this last time I was there, they actually laughed, which threw me because
Oh.
they've never laughed at my pre-show performance.
You're finally getting to him.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
You almost be like, no. You're not supposed to laugh.
Yeah, they
right.
really threw me when they laughed.
Yeah.
I go, whoa. I even
Are-
said I wasn't expecting that.
Are you going to do that, Aaron?
Probably not, man. I mean, probably not.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Though
I
I,
mean,
bet
you-
it is freeing to think like this will not be like my actual tape set. It cannot be the worst set I've done on this stage today.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Right.
Do you
like,
think I'm
maybe
the only
it's-
person that does that?
Maybe.
The way they're reacting.
I
yeah,
mean,
think
I don't
maybe.
know. I'm trying to think. No, I'm sure someone does, but I remember they always said to do it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
Right.
Like, I feel like too weird. And then, I mean, I maybe have said like, I want to say this,
Yeah.
or they'd say your highs or your lows, and mine's
Right.
like, I'm gonna be right in the pocket the whole time. Like, we ain't going that high.
It's funny that you pause like where you think a standing ovation is going to happen or something. It's
Yeah.
just silent. You're just waiting for it.
Well, good for you.
Thanks,
I mean, maybe, yeah, that's fantastic.
I'm pumped.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun week
Yeah.
coming up.
I feel like you can
That's
stay on them too a little bit. Like you don't have to let them, like the applause or something. Like feel free to kind of cut it off a
Oh,
little,
step on it a little.
step on it a
Yeah.
little bit, not crazy, but a step on it enough to be like, hey. And then I went to the store. Like
Don't bow or anything if I get a.
No, well, it's just like sometimes I feel like applause breaks don't play always as good as they feel in the room
Yeah.
as on they do at TV.
Mm.
Okay.
But
Okay.
And you may not
That's
have to
good
worry
advice.
about that.
yeah, he goes, that's
I hope to God this comes up.
a best case scenario. Like, I can't imagine that will happen.
Yeah.
But if it does,
Worst case, they do that wide shot you were talking about last week of you see Fowl in the background and he's just doing this.
Worst case is we just don't hear about this anymore, and I'm not on the show.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
I think if you bomb that, I mean, I imagine if you bomb horrifically, they go.
well, there's been
Yeah,
cases.
Yeah, I know. I know of a couple.
It's
of
got to
them,
be real bad. I mean, it would be hard to.
I think they even showed them. I mean, I don't know if they ever not aired one. I know there's one that they aired, but they made it where you can't find it
Right.
online.
Yeah.
It was
I know
a
that
Jimmy,
one.
It was on Jimmy Kimmel.
Mhm.
But there's
Uh,
like Sebastian has gone back and talked about one where he bombed pretty bad on there, like years later
I
on
think-
the Tonight
Oh.
Show.
They air it just so they don't. If you never come back, they want people to know why.
Yeah.
I was saying I could bomb so bad they never mentioned that I was supposed to be there. in
You
the
don't
first
want them
place.
when
Yeah.
you get done, then Jimmy goes out and has to start doing his act to fill in for time. They go, can we get the Roots? Could y'all do a 5-minute number in case we cut some stuff?
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
It's
it'll
gonna be great.
Great.
Jimmy's the best. It's the best one to do.
It's so fun. It just makes you feel like you're in show business.
Yeah,
It's
that's what it.
real.
Yeah, it feels like. All right, I'm doing some stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
you get
eat
some
afterwards.
makeup on.
Lucy going?
She is going. Yeah,
Yeah. Y'all go eat afterwards,
yeah.
Yeah,
We're
we're fun.
gonna go.
Signature
Yeah.
dish, man.
I gotta go get the signature dish
Yeah.
somewhere. Our next sponsor, you know we love them, Delete Me. Ever wonder how much of your personal data is out there on the internet for anyone to see? All of it. Everything you've ever said or thought is out there. Not really, but more than you think. Your name, your contact info, your social security number, home address, even stuff about your family. It's all being compiled and sold by data brokers, the worst people on planet Earth. That's why I use Delete Me, and I recommend it too. It's a subscription service that removes your personal info from hundreds of data brokers, scours the internet for the info you want off of it, and it wipes it off with a vengeance. To put it simply, Delete Me does all the hard work of wiping you and your family's personal info from data broker websites. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me, now at a special discount for our listeners. Today, get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/Nate and use promo code Nate at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/Nate, enter code Nate at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/Nate, code Nate.
All right. This weekend, I was in D.C., Washington, D.C., working on the new hour. I'm trying to think I was at Soul Joel's, my buddy Soul Joel in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Have you been?
I know of the place. I've never been there.
It was great. He runs a great room there, and I started with Soul Joel. Like, we all kind of started. When he was coming up and he was running shows, and he would put
really?
a lot of us on a lot of his shows, like, Julian, Lee, Vecchione, like Giannis, like a bunch of us.
Huh.
So we went there on a Tuesday, and it was great.
Wow,
Super
that's cool.
fun. Yeah. Drove back in a van, went to a Sheetz. I did not eat good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, but I didn't want to. It was Julian, they make milkshakes, and it's like midnight, and they're willing to make them at midnight. Which is not your fault. That's not fair.
It should be illegal.
Usually, your people are pretty anti-ice cream.
Yeah.
They don't want to give it to you at midnight.
Right. Yeah.
And Sheetz was like...
Sheetz is a great company.
They are.
They
go, look, we're doing it. And then Julian got a peanut butter cup milkshake, which I don't even normally get. But I saw him watching them make it, and I'm like, golly, I wasn't getting anything. And then I was like, look at that.
Reese cup or Butterfinger milkshake.
Reese
That's the
cup.
best.
I don't like
those
Butterfingers.
are the best. Oh, you don't like a Butterfinger
Awesome.
milkshake?
Yeah.
Oh, a Butterfinger milkshake is.
I don't think I like Butterfinger as a candy. I don't know if I've really ever had one.
A milkshake though is pretty wild.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
So but
Cookies and cream.
so I drank some of that. Cookies and cream was good.
That's a good milkshake.
That's a good milkshake. And then, but I'm still going to get down. I'm going to lose my.
Nate made a big proclamation last week.
Yeah, I'm going to lose my weight. It's not starting now.
I listened to that episode.
Yeah.
I heard that's pretty exciting with the donuts.
Well,
and everything.
it's It's not. It hasn't started. We're going to start it next week.
Michael
Monday.
Scott's thoughts over
Monday.
here.
Yeah, it starts Monday because but it's going to go Monday. We're going to get
When
after
do you
it.
have
That's
till?
great.
When is the deadline?
July 8th.
July 8th.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
All
my
right.
daughter's birthday.
Oh, perfect.
So
Eric texted me a video of you ordering. Might have been there.
it was there. It was
He's
at
like,
Sheetz.
tell everyone not to worry about me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be fine.
No, yeah, he was. Eric put a clip of it, or he cut a clip up like of them talking about it because it was very funny. But yeah, we'll be all right. We're gonna get there. Go hard. But DC was great. Thanks for everybody who came out to the DC Improv. That's another great club. And Stroop, Joe Zimmerman, Julie McCullough. We all had fun. So yeah, it was great.
Awesome. Wednesday night I did Aaron Weber and Friends here at
all
Zany's.
right.
Oh yeah.
Kind of bombed, but
Yeah.
Really?
No, he didn't bomb.
But
You were just up there a little too long, so you didn't.
Yeah.
We're out. You're welcome.
Yeah.
2 minutes in.
If we were a 5 minute set, it would have been great. But it was
Were they
20.
going? I thought this was his friends.
Yeah, you did great. It was a fun show.
I was up there thinking, friends of Aaron's I thought would be friends of mine, but they are not.
Wow.
But Saturday I did the Honest Fox Comedy Fest in Marietta, Georgia.
Oh,
Did 2
yeah.
shows. That's basically a Nateland light comedy fest. I mean, it's Dustin Nickerson, Steve Rogers,
Oh, really?
Johnny W. I'm forgetting some people now, but just a lot of people that you've taken on the road with
Yeah.
you or have done the showcase here. And it was a lot of fun. Did 2 shows down there Saturday night. Great crowds. A lot of Nateland folks came out. Nancy Johnson gave me this mug.
Easier to drive tour.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh. That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ryan, that's the tour he's on. Brian Bates'
Oh.
tour. It's easier to drive to than fly.
They proclaimed that.
That's pretty good.
Did you drive or fly to Honest Fox?
I drove.
Okay.
To
Marietta.
His tour is always like you could, but it's always an awkward stop where you're like, you might as well just do the 7 hours. Yeah. Either way, it will be 7 hours.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Security and everything.
Security and everything.
Might as well.
Easier to drive. Just might as well drive it.
If this tour takes off, you're going to be in a real pickle because you're going to have to go to places.
Well, that's
not gonna happen.
They got to come to him.
Oh, I see. I see.
That's the deal.
Right. That
That's
makes
the whole
sense.
point of it.
Right.
Yeah. So there's going to be a circle, a Brian Bates circle, that
Yeah. That's
if you
it.
want in it,
That you gotta. That's good.
You wish you were in it, Ryan.
he makes his audience fly.
I
Yeah.
do. I wish I was in it.
Yeah. He's the only one that makes his audience fly to the shows.
I want to drive alone.
He's like, he's like kind of Vegas, but it's just
Yeah.
it's kind of the states surrounding.
Yeah.
But it's he's got a residency in a
Yeah.
circle
Yeah.
of America.
Easier to drive, harder for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, put that disclaimer on there. Alex Valido.
It could be just kind of a shape of your head on a map.
Yeah.
That's your radius.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to go visit downtown Demopolis? Well, come tie it up with Brian Bates. Easier to drive to her. Get a nice hotel.
Demopolis.
That's where Laura was born.
It's called Real America, guys. You guys just
Oh.
go to the elite cities. I get out there.
He gets
Real
out,
America.
mixes it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Elite
Thank you for
city.
moving that hair, by the way.
He means like Madison, Wisconsin's an elite city. He's talking about even in from that.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you can move around the country and do it in different places throughout your career. So right here, you're in
Yeah.
Nashville.
Yeah, I'm going to start in the southeast.
Yeah.
Move
For the
your,
first 20 years.
uproot your family so that you can hit other areas.
Yeah.
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 Right.
He's turning down gigs left and right. They are. I mean, yeah.
I love my career, guys. And
Yeah.
apparently you guys have issues. So.
I love it. I think it's great.
Great.
They called him about North Dakota, and he goes, "Come on." He hung the phone up. He goes, "You can pay me enough. Come on. Give me a break. What are you, out of your mind?" All right. Where were you at, Ryan?
Oh, I was in Huntsville. That's why I'm here
Alright.
in Nashville. Huntsville. Yeah, my first time there, and it was great. It was like such a nice little weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know a lot about Huntsville going into it? It kind of surprises people if they're not familiar with it.
Well, every time you tell somebody you're going to Huntsville, they go, "Oh, okay. Well, it's half rocket scientists, half Alabama."
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they go, and they're really smart, and it was fun. I had a good time, and I think I knocked off all 50 states this weekend.
And to be honest,
yeah,
big.
oh wow,
Yeah.
Alabama was the last
Wow.
one.
I think maybe Alabama was the last one. I
About
had
that.
to. I
Wow.
knocked off Arkansas a while ago.
and the Alabama side, we wish the rocket scientists would leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I get
Yeah,
from them.
yeah.
They're like,
50 states, Alabama was the last.
yeah, I
Wow.
think so.
That's so
It's
funny.
Yeah.
Your last 2 states were the first 2 I could ever
Yeah.
get booked.
Yeah.
Alabama and Arkansas.
Oh, really?
Kind
Those
of.
were your
yeah,
first
it's
two?
just
You went to
funny.
Mississippi first?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I love Mississippi, but I'm just saying.
Hattiesburg. Did you go to Hattiesburg?
I've been to Hattiesburg. Yeah,
What,
that's right.
there's a guy.
You know.
I'm blanking on the name.
Ken Oliver.
Yeah. Well, him, but there's another person that runs in Hattiesburg. They got a whole little run that they do. And you would do Louisiana, Hattiesburg, and
I did Hattiesburg.
yeah, Hattiesburg you knock off pretty.
I got to hang out with the mayor of Hattiesburg while I was there.
Oh, how about that?
My friend Vince Fabra, he went to college in Hattiesburg,
Yeah.
and his old college roommate is the now mayor of Hattiesburg.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
We hung out in the mayor's office.
Wow. You got
Yeah.
some pull.
I'm trying to imagine any of my old roommates being a mayor of a legitimate city.
I just saw one of my old roommates got arrested for stealing $25,000 worth of guns. So
And he
That
lived
makes
with
more
you.
sense.
he did live with me for a while. Yeah.
Did,
Now that we can
did
see.
it feel like it made sense?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You weren't shocked when you
No.
saw it. Yeah. Shocked.
He didn't even look shocked in the mugshot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did it.
So,
I got. I just have Montana left.
Oh, really?
I've been to Montana. I've been to all 50 states, but
Okay.
Montana's the last one I have performed.
You
in.
got it. Oh, really?
You're talking about you've done a show in every.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got Montana. That's funny. Mine is, and I'm hoping to get it. I
Yeah.
would add something this year. So.
Well, March
Montana's
7th, I'll
great.
be in Montana. Boom.
boom.
Whoa.
So
Montana's
Yeah.
great.
You're not driving
I'm hitting
there.
the road now.
You're flying to Montana.
Yeah, he drives to the layover, then gets on the plane.
I'm driving to Denver.
Easier to drive, or cities that actually people should drive to.
Yeah.
You're not. Nobody's flying to
Yeah.
Bozeman. Where are you going?
Last Best Comedy Club.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a nice spot.
Where did you do a show in Montana? Bozeman or
I did Bozeman. I did Missoula. I did Helena, and I did.
it's mainly all your
Billings?
work? I didn't know all your work was in Montana.
Billings.
I did do Billings. Yeah,
Yeah.
Billings was.
Billings
I
is
did.
great.
Yeah.
Have you done Montana too?
Oh, yeah. I don't know, Bozeman and Billings.
Arkansas was one of my last ones to knock off.
Yeah.
It took a while to knock Arkansas off.
Arkansas is hard. I did
Mhm.
a college there a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's not easy.
Yeah.
Aaron, you were running your set this week.
Yeah.
Where were
We're
you?
talking about
at?
our weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
golly. I thought you wanted me to talk about Arkansas.
Oh.
Yeah, what do you
Uh,
think about Arkansas? Aaron?
I like it. There's a great
Yeah.
club there, the Grove,
Yeah.
up in
Yeah, the Grove.
up in
The
Lowell,
Northwest Arkansas.
I was in town. Where was I in town? Yeah,
you did
I was
the-
here.
Don't tell.
I did a Don't Tell show. I did my show. I did spots everywhere, just bouncing around town. Nothing exciting.
Working the set.
Working the set.
Working the
Could
set.
be working though.
Could be working. Well, I did Evansville, Indiana. Did a theater in Evansville. Never been to Evansville. It's great. Hot show. After the show, a cigar bar called Cigar opened their doors to us. They were closed. Opened their doors to
Wow.
us. Let us have
Whoa.
cigars. It
Wow.
was
Big
great.
time.
Had a great hang. And then I went to Indianapolis. Another theater show. Great show. Hot show.
Was that the close or the clouds or?
Clues is apparently how it's pronounced.
Oh, it's not how it's
It looks
spelled.
like it's spelled close, CLOWES,
Yeah.
but
I'd
it's
say
pronounced clues. I did Victory Theater in Evansville, Clues in Indianapolis. I've been going to Indianapolis for a long time. I love it there. It's such a great city.
It
I had a
is.
great time.
Yeah.
Hot show.
I've had good shows there. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I used to do Crackers back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Did Helium a couple of
Oh, yeah.
times,
Mhm.
and then this is my first theater show there. It
Yeah.
That's awesome.
was awesome.
Yeah, I've done
That's
it.
great.
Yeah, I did Crackers a bunch. Helium.
Crackers used to really be a great club. They had
Broad,
two.
yeah, two. Broad Ripple was.
Broad
that
Ripple
was
was-
a good one.
Yeah.
That
So
was good.
good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did downtown too, but Broad
Yeah.
Ripple was the one.
Yeah.
Oh, Proud Ripple was
Yeah.
so hot.
And you met an Nateland fan on your drive home.
Oh yeah, I did. On the way home, this car pulls up next to me, and this lady's staring at me, which is not really that strange for me. I get wild on the road. It's not that weird. And I gave her a wave. I just go, okay, hey lady, And then the back window lets down, and the guy has a sign that says Dusty, and then he flips it over, and it says, "Hello, folks."
Whoa.
And,
wow.
yeah, they recognized me on the interstate.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was fun. We waved. We had a good
Yeah.
time.
How
Yeah.
long did you have to stay with them?
Long enough to scare my friend Vince.
Yeah.
Vince was like, maybe focus on the road, though.
Yeah.
I got a little excited about it, and I kept staring at him. What's the sign say? I'm driving. But then they went around me, but then it felt like, they're not really going faster than I'd like to go. But I was like,
You can't pass them.
I'm not going to go back by them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I got to Had to set
You got a real distinct look when someone recognizes you flying by on the freeway.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, I was like, this is wild. I got recognized on the interstate. That's what
Yeah,
we're talking about.
That's big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got to decide, like, do I, how long are we all together, you think? A couple hours?
No.
You're on the interstate?
They live in Hermitage.
Oh, you mean, I saw them for a while in front of me.
Yeah.
But I stopped for coffee and bathroom breaks a lot. So eventually I was off. I was out of there. But it was fun. A little hand. I mean, I
don't know how they do a sign. They just had a sign.
Just had a piece of paper, and it was kind of floppy sign. And I wanted to, have something back for them, but I'm like, well, I'm driving, and I don't really have paper handy.
Throw your merch. Tell them roll down the window. Throw
throw
a coffee mug at them.
Yeah. That would be great.
Yeah. There you go. Just lean back. Just lean back. Lower your seat. I'm gonna
incoming.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. That was hot.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. We're good. We can start with the comments now. We're gonna read some comments. These are some people last week. You can chime in. None of them about you. Honestly,
that's good.
You could not be here, to be honest. But you're here.
But we're happy you are
a part of it. We do want you to be a part of it.
You can make fun of people too, in the comments.
Katie Shea. This is the funny episode in a long time.
Funniest.
What'd I say?
This is the funny episode in a long time.
Oh. They're always funny, but this one had me in tears. The pressure Nate put on Aaron to explain gravity was incredible. Good one, guys.
All right.
We had a little gravity talk.
How do you feel about gravity, Ryan?
Well,
See how you fit in
It's
with
all
this group.
present. Is there a debate on gravity? What's the
You
debate?
think there isn't, but turns out there's a huge debate about it.
Well, we were wondering about the space station, and we were just trying to get Aaron to explain to us,
how come you're not floating? Why are you right? Why were you floating?
you're like inside the space.
Inside the space. If you sunk a metal ball,
You're right.
and you were laying in the metal ball in the ocean, you would just lay flat on the metal ball. But when you go up into space, you float.
Right.
So why come that? Why come?
Yeah, exactly.
So why come that? Whatever that is, why is that not in there in the ocean? But it does seep through. Somehow it seeps through.
And obviously, we all believe in gravity.
Yeah.
But we just wanted Aaron
so
to
it
explain
seeps
it to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's it getting through? But it's not getting through under there.
Wow, boy. I mean, you got me. I don't know.
Exactly.
That's what we're saying. No one knows.
But Aaron wants to answer.
Yeah.
It's a frustrating thing because I can't. When you're orbiting the Earth, you're in a free fall technically, but you're moving at such a speed that you're in orbit because you're free falling, but you're also you have speed. I need to diagram it out.
So, but if everything stopped, you would fall to the ground.
Yes.
If you stop moving,
if you were up there and everything, so it's just like a wind. That it's like that machine that at the carnival that
You would
spins
think
you around.
that the people in the
and
space
pins you
station
back.
would always be like,
No, because
They got to.
there's no air,
Parameters.
so there's no air resistance.
Yeah.
That's the
The
thing.
space station is going.
But like if you, so like when they're always outside the thing, but they always got to be attached to it. But you would think like if they got attached to the thing, it would be like whoop.
No, because they're already moving. They're moving that speed too.
Yeah.
So the International
So
Space
it all
Station,
really works out.
yeah. I guess at the end of the day, that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Everything works
What
out.
They
about-
calibrate it.
when George Clooney floated away in gravity,
Yeah.
that's pretty accurate, you think? He you never see that guy
I know
again?
a lot of people have picked apart the physics of that, where a lot of it doesn't make any sense. But I know that we got it pulled up right here. The International Space Station orbits the Earth at 4.76 miles a second. So that means the people inside of it are also moving that fast too. So if they step out of the space station and stop touching it, they're still moving at that speed. It's not like they're no longer moving that fast and they fly back.
And what makes it like, and they're just going in a circle.
They're in orbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but these are all words. I know they're words.
Yes,
You go,
yes,
but they're,
exactly.
Yeah.
But you move until something slows you down. So there's
Yeah.
no air resistance in space. So once you get going, you're just going.
Yeah.
So they're being tugged down by the Earth's gravity and moving super fast that way. So what it does is it just
So they're
orbits
caught
them.
in a perfect, like you're kind of caught in like a perfect. Like,
Yeah. It has to be.
So if you went up a couple, you'd be like, well, now we're going slower, maybe.
I think it would be different, right? I think it has to
They
be
have
that
to calibrate
right.
it just right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's
I
a
get
lot
it
of
now.
moving pieces.
Yeah.
Smart people doing this stuff.
How many people ever get lost in space?
We haven't lost anybody.
Yeah.
Not a lot of
see
people
'em.
get up
Well, not
there,
that we know
so,
of.
you know.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe
true.
they just
not
don't
that we
tell
know of.
Whatever happened to John?
Maybe the people up there right now are lost.
Yeah.
They might be. You know, they do it in the movie Apollo 13, but I guess it's based in truth. Where at one point they had to just look at the Earth and just head towards it because they had to shut off the navigation system for power. So they literally were just like going off eyesight. So that's pretty crazy. That's probably as close as we've gotten. We lost a bunch of people on the way up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they
That's
die in a
nothing to do with
fire.
space,
Or,
though, yeah.
yeah, there's nothing to do with space. But
Mhm.
There's those people who were, I don't know if they're still in the space station, but they got left up there.
we've been
You-
covering it pretty closely
you have
here.
been?
One of them is from Mount Juliet, Tennessee.
Oh, really?
Close by, old friends with Brian. They grew up together. Right?
And they delivered them some Santa hats. So I
That's
think
good.
we were wondering,
Yeah.
probably instead
Yeah.
of getting the Santa hats, they were like, maybe just get us
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
They go, but why don't you use the thing that you used to bring the Santa hats?
yeah.
Take us back. And
Yeah.
they go, no, it just
Nah.
fits Santa hats.
I think they have an attic of the space station. They go up there every Christmas.
and then they go get the tree down.
Yeah.
The lights
Yeah.
up.
4th of July and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to have him on the podcast once he gets back.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Or at least I do.
All right. Well, I'm
Me
telling
too.
you guys stuff you already know.
Yeah. All right. Cherry Allen. Dusty just continued to read the ingredients list at a quiet volume, had me dying. Just mumbling about how there's no reason there should be that many ingredients was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about Krispy Kreme donuts, and Aaron pulled it up, and there's some wild ingredients in there. It doesn't make any sense to me. I thought it would just be wheat.
I think what makes it good, that's like, that's like gravity in orbit. It's like
Perfect
no one
combo.
knows what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
You start naming what is
Right.
in it. You're like, no one knows what
Yeah.
that is.
with you.
Nate looks at gravity like a gas leak. Like,
Yeah.
there's a hole somewhere and gravity got in.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. Yeah.
So which of these ingredients do you?
I don't
Object
think
to.
this was the list that
No,
we
it's
had
not.
pulled.
No,
up.
it was a different
This
one.
is
but
this is
Reasonable.
Krispy Kreme being like, let us put our spin on it.
Yeah, I recognize all that
Little
stuff.
castor sugar. I know we're having a lot of that. Little glaze stabilizer.
Water's listed more than once.
Tapioca starch.
They're so desperate they put water on there twice.
Little emulsifier.
yeah, you can never have too much water.
Or vegetable shortening. Is also
What's a yeast dough concentrate? Those sorts of things.
Right.
What makes up a yeast dough concentrate?
Probably yeast.
You guys ever had
You
an
would think.
unstabilized glaze?
Focus.
You don't want to get an
No,
unstabilized
no.
glaze.
Oh, dude.
No,
because-
that's what Dunkin' Donuts has. Unstabilized glaze.
Yeah.
That's Voodoo Donuts.
John Clark. I think Brian is too smart at times, and his clever lines go unnoticed by the others.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Love the podcast. Looking forward to seeing Nate when he comes to Charleston, South Carolina this summer. What's he talking about? Like
the last 240 episodes.
How many episodes have we done?
This is two.
Huh?
237.
We've done that many episodes?
That many, dude.
Golly.
For 237 episodes, we try to get you on, Ryan.
We made it happen.
Yeah.
Is that right? Well,
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Sorry it took me so long.
It's all right.
So
smart
there's
guy.
not even an example. That was just you putting something in.
Well, he commented this week. I took out the one specific because when we were talking about Greg Warren eating some donuts, and I said, yeah, he's a consumer. And
I noticed it. Actually,
yeah.
we made eye contact.
Yeah, I actually think that got more than it deserved.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
that's why I took it out.
my bad. We'll
Maybe
be sure to-
John Clark's not all that smart.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just me.
John Clark sounds like a name Brian Bates would make up.
And I put in the thing about Charleston just to make it not obvious.
Yeah. There you go. I'm not even going to Charleston. I'm going.
Well, do you want us to bring the podcast to a screeching halt and give Brian his flowers every time he makes a joke?
Applause breaks every
You know?
time.
Yeah.
Maybe once again in 240 episodes.
Good joke, Brian.
Jensen Thomas. Nate being able to do math.
Sorry.
Jensen Thomas. Nate being able to do math in relation to donuts is like Kevin from The Office only being able to do math in relation to pies.
Yeah, I don't even know if you realized you were doing it at the time, but you were just flying through.
Rain Man.
Yeah.
You're doing algebra.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Carry the
great.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I can do math. I just do it my own way.
Mm-hmm. Common
You
Core.
know, honestly, I make fun of Common Core, but I bet Common Core is probably kind of how I think about math.
No, you're who it's built for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have it. I was ahead of the game.
Right.
I could have started it.
You were doing Common Core before it was cool.
Yeah.
Before it was common.
Yeah.
Uncommon Core.
Yeah.
Krista Niebucher. Krista Niebucher. Go Nate. I live in Idaho and did 75 hard in the winter through many blizzards. If I can do it, anyone can. You will love how you feel, I promise. That was a tough one for me to do.
Well, it's 75 hard.
I'm going to do it. I'm back to 75 hard.
That's
Was
the
not
diet
going
that
to do
he
it.
talked about last
Oh,
week.
Yeah.
oh.
So you got to,
Yeah.
do you know what it is?
I've heard about
Yeah,
it.
you can work out twice a day and then be on a diet, read 10 pages.
Uh-huh.
That'll be the hard part.
That's pretty different.
That's pretty different. And then the water. But I think we're back on it starting Monday. So if you've
Okay.
seen this, now we're going to start Monday. So
Starting now.
that'll be like February 3rd. And we'll see what we can get out of it.
That's
Krista
good.
says if she can do it, anyone can. I do think I need to know a little more about her before I believe that.
She said she was
Yeah.
my age.
Oh, okay. Then
Oh,
yeah,
and she did it recently.
Oh, I believe her.
In the winter through many blizzards.
I'm
well,
sure where
Could
she's
be
from in Idaho.
75. That's what 75
Yeah.
hard is.
well, Idaho. So your winter up there is like you can't go outside.
Where I'm from in Idaho, it's rough. It was 40 below last week.
40
Wow.
below.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, up in the mountains, it gets cold. But I don't know where she's from. There's a lot of different places in Idaho.
Is there?
Yeah.
Learned a lot.
40 below.
40 below is insane.
What do you?
That was uncommon.
Was is school canceled just because it's like, come on,
Where my family's living now was 40 below. Where I grew up, we would get out of school at 20 below.
20
good.
below.
Yeah.
So y'all had to wear like special coats.
You got to wear a coat. Yeah, a good one. The best
but
coat you got. Yeah.
This isn't trying to code out weather. This has got to bring the heat.
The most
this
coat.
is the one. Yeah.
But I would think you have to wear like, when you buy a winter coat and it's like it's good up to whatever degrees.
Right.
That doesn't really matter here. But there it's like, nah, it's serious.
Yeah.
To be
get
cool,
serious.
would people try to wear less coats?
Yeah, people don't. I mean,
They'd be
yeah.
like, it's not even got cold out here.
I remember
Like
going
that sort of
skiing and wearing a ball cap because
Oh.
I wanted to be cool.
Oh.
And
How'd it
that was
work?
a bad idea.
Oh, no.
I think I got frostbite on my ear, actually.
Ah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
They cancel the schools here if it's windy. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, -20 seems like a crazy place to draw the line, but I guess
I
that's
don't
just
even
how y'all live.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize even Idaho got that cold, but I guess up in the mountains.
We don't think about Idaho a ton.
Nobody does, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think February 21st in Boise is going to be like?
Well, Boise's a lot more temperate.
Okay.
I'm from right in the corner of like Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho.
Okay.
Up in.
It's a really clever way to plug your dates.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
I mean, I'll be there February 21st in Boise.
Yeah.
I just
I didn't realize.
want to find out how cold it's going.
33 degrees
I
there
thought
right
you
now.
just
You can
chose
manage
it.
Oh,
that.
not a
You'll be all
33. It's
You'll
above
be all right.
freezing.
No, you're going to be fine. It's a good time to go because people
Yeah.
want to be outside in the summer.
Now, is the summer and fall is unbelievable where you're from.
Really, yes, amazing. Yeah,
That's where it's all for.
you got to. It gets like jacket weather every night,
Mm,
and it never gets above like 90.
wow.
Yeah, really nice for about a week and a half.
And then, how many people grew up in your town?
1,000
Oh, really?
people.
Wow.
Yep, tiny
You-
little
you
town.
Still talk to them all?
All of them, every one of
Yeah,
them.
every one of them. Yeah.
We just had a high school reunion actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had like 60 people in my class. I know you had a small
yeah, I
class.
had a small class too.
Yeah. And so I kind of feel like they're like cousins almost, or
Yeah.
second cousins. I kind of know what they're all doing because I talk to their parents, and their parents talk to my parents.
Yeah.
Whatever. So yeah, but I mean,
1,000 people's like Java.
1,000 people and 60 were in your graduating class? That
yeah,
seems like a
62.
high number.
We had one of the biggest ever. Best ever. One of the biggest ever.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
You think Idaho's really underrated, or are you pretty happy with
What's the name of your
its
town?
place? Yeah.
Ashton.
Ashton.
Very
That sounds
small.
fancy.
So what do you got
It's
to do to
not.
fly there? How do you
It's not
get there to
fancy.
fly? Like, what do you do?
I
How
got to
would Brian
fly
get there?
either through Denver or Salt Lake into Idaho Falls,
Yeah.
and then drive an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did your family grew up there the whole time?
My mom's family's been
Yeah.
there forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you got it there. 1,127.
It's the world's largest seed potato growing area.
Yep.
That's pretty nice.
And the oldest dog race. in
Yes.
America.
You know about that?
Well, today's topic is Idaho. So,
Oh,
so
is
we're
that
gonna-
right?
Oh, well, we're just. Well, I can wait.
Oh, my bad.
I'll wait.
I
I'll
didn't
sorry.
know that.
We were getting into it. So we're talking about
It's okay.
Idaho a
That's
good
okay.
bit.
guys, being and healthy is a big part of my life.
Yeah.
But I haven't been as hardcore about it as I should. So I just want to incorporate better habits into my life, like getting more protein in my diet. And our next sponsor makes it so easy to do just that.
Yeah.
This podcast is sponsored by Orgain. Orgain believes real nutrition has the power to make a real difference in people's lives. Their new 30-gram complete protein shake offers protein-packed real nutrition designed to satisfy your cravings without adding any sugar. Sugar is bad for you, Dusty.
That's true. That is true.
Plus, they are excellent sources of premium ultra-filtered protein with all 9 essential amino acids. Orgain's products are handcrafted with high-quality ingredients that makes it taste like a candy bar, Aaron. Looking to fuel your personal best, need muscle support and recovery, or just looking to maintain a healthy lifestyle like myself, Orgain's 30-gram protein shakes check all the boxes. I just had it yesterday. I was talking to Nate's dad, Steven. You guys know Steven.
Yeah.
He loves them too. He plays pickleball, and his doctor recommended him to start drinking protein shakes. And this has become his favorite. When you travel a lot like us, it's great because you can bring Orgain's 30-gram protein shake so I can hit my protein goals no matter what. Remember, there are no quick fixes when it comes to your health. If you want more protein, give Orgain 30-gram protein shakes a try. Head to Orgain.com/Nateland and use code Nateland for 30% off your order. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use Nate's code Nateland for 30% off. One last time, for 30% off, head to Orgain.com/Nateland. Use code Nateland.
Andy Wexler. Not trying to feed into Dusty's conspiracies, but 2 seconds after Nate read the comment about the Wicked movie and witches, the power went out.
Yeah, everybody keeps calling them conspiracies, but it keeps coming true.
It's hard when it's the truth.
Well, it'd be a better theory if it hadn't happened the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It happened once against when I was announcing my shows.
But
coming
who
up.
knows what? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
anytime evil is about,
Power goes out here a lot.
yeah.
That's what I just
We have
said.
a fly going
Fly,
around.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it for
Yeah.
you, Ryan, but
That's all right.
if I hit you by accident, I'm sorry.
Well, at least I'll know.
He's like, I'd almost rather you let the fly go around than
Yeah.
hit me.
Yeah.
Why?
My bad. I'll cool
Those
off.
Paul's getting on you. Ty Wimmer.
Ty Wimmer.
My favorite part of this episode is when Aaron says a lot of the actors from the Friday Night Lights movie and TV show are the same. But indeed, not a single actor is on both the show and movie. Then that Notre Dame loss may have him out of sorts.
Oh,
That's,
wow.
someone's
That's
calling
insane.
you out.
Wow.
To do zero research about it and then write in a comment where you're this wrong is crazy.
So is it
Wow.
Connie Britton, who's the one or two lead actor on the series, is the coach's wife in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And then there are a bunch of smaller characters. Buddy Garrity plays a booster in both movies. I think Brad Leland is the actor's name. And then Coach Mack in the series, he's a ref in the state championship game in the movie. There's a bunch.
This may
so
be,
I mean,
be
look,
one of your best burns.
what do you mean?
I mean, you're burning them.
I'm destroying this guy. This guy has no clue. Do a little research, Ty, before you write in.
Do a little
Try to
research
shame
to stop Ty and start winning. You know what I mean?
Maybe he was
That's
thinking
why his
about.
last name is Wimmer.
Yeah.
Ty winner.
Yeah.
No, it's that last sentence in that comment that got to me. I would have
That
been
Notre
cooler
Dame
about
loss
it.
may have him out of
Yeah,
sorts.
it did for a while, but I feel good about things now.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Perry Jerry Rickenatter. Perry Jerry Reickenatter. That's a great name. Perry Jerry's fun. I love the Breakfast Club, but how could they have forgotten Napoleon Dynamite? As what was
We
it?
didn't list a ton of high school movies.
Oh, yeah.
I just
Great
asked-
movie, though, Napoleon Dynamite.
That's in Idaho too.
I was going to say more of an Idaho movie than a high school movie, I feel like.
That movie came out, and I was at a premiere of it, and I could not. I mean, I was in shock at how accurate it was.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It blew my mind.
Yeah.
It was so funny, but I couldn't believe that they
Like
captured.
you related to it
Oh wow!
so much.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought it was a documentary. Almost.
To Napoleon or just to the.
Kind of to Napoleon,
Yeah.
But to the farmer,
just the whole thing. The farmer was like, that's a real guy.
Yeah,
You know that's a guy that's not an actor.
I
Yeah,
think
you
they
could tell.
actually just had that guy talk.
Yeah.
And that was not scripted.
Yeah,
that was just
I bet they
just a
did.
guy talking.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, I watched that and thought, well, I guess my career's over. These guys already did everything about my life.
Yeah.
But
They got like a proclamation from the state of Idaho for that movie.
what does that mean?
The state legislature passed something acknowledging how nicely they portrayed the state and thanking them
Oh,
for
really?
portraying Idaho in such
Wow,
a
that's
favorable
very
way.
nice.
Yeah.
I love that scene. You go, can't find my checkbook. Hope don't mind a paying change.
Yeah,
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
And Uncle Rico is a beloved character that, I mean,
Oh,
so
yeah.
many pop culture references.
Those guys.
Did
are
you
so
go?
fun.
How'd you go to the premiere?
I went to some premiere because I knew somebody. I mean,
Yeah.
that movie was like an independent thing when
Yeah.
it first came out.
Uh-huh.
And those guys went to the same college I went to, but they were there a couple years after me. So I kind of knew people who knew them. I can't remember why I ended up there, but it was like it was that movie. It wasn't a big release. It was
Yeah.
like I think it was a Sundance thing maybe.
Uh-huh.
And then it kind of like
Caught
happened.
on. And
Yeah,
became-
yeah.
What's is there a town in it that
They're in a town called it's right over the Utah border. What is the name of that? I don't know if they name it in the movie, but I think that's where they shot it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Franklin County, Idaho.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
filmed at Preston High School
Preston.
in Franklin County.
Yeah, Preston, Idaho.
I think the director.
Do you know
went to school
Preston
there.
High School?
I know where Preston is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far away are you from Preston?
Like maybe 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian could get there on his tour.
Yeah.
If he lived in
Oh,
Idaho.
yeah.
But
Yeah, who
easily.
books that?
Yeah.
I was the age of 13 when this came out. Like for a 5-year stretch, this was the most quoted thing
Yeah.
at all kids my age. Your
Right.
mom goes to college, all that. We quoted this movie all the time, dude.
We were just asking because you have a movie like that was a big movie when you graduated high school that everybody watched or quoted.
Oh, okay.
Like Old School or Napoleon, you know.
Yeah. That was a
Uh,
big one.
Yeah, Old School was
What year did you graduate?
years.
I graduated in 94, so this was after I graduated.
Unbelievable year for movies.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember a big movie from high school?
I don't know. No, I don't. Big
Shawshank?
movie from high school.
Remember this movie
Pulp
coming
Fiction, Shawshank?
out? We're big fans
Shawshank.
of this on the podcast. Yeah.
I didn't watch Shawshank when it came out, actually.
No, I still have.
I mean, Shawshank, Pulp Fiction, Forrest
Mask,
The
Forrest
Mask.
Gump.
Forrest
He
Gump,
jumped
maybe.
straight to the mask.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
The Mask. Ron, you tell me you don't remember The Mask?
I remember them. I don't remember like in high school. I guess Forrest Gump was big.
Dumb and
Oh,
Oh,
Dumber.
Leon the
Oh,
Professional.
Dumb and Dumber,
I've
probably.
been debating watching that Leon the Professional.
It's so good.
Is it?
My mom used to say that you look like him.
Because I look at the picture
Yeah.
and I always think like, I don't know, I got to follow this little girl now. That's what I
It's-
think's in my head. Every
It's so
time.
good. It's
And I-
very violent, but so good.
Well, the thing I read when I read the thing, I'm like, it's exactly what I want. And then I see the picture and I'm like, I gotta follow.
I've never heard it called Leon. I just always heard it as The Professional.
I remember a lot of movies
It's
right after.
so good.
Wow.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna do it tonight, but
You got the same eyes as this guy.
I do.
Yeah.
He's
Big
wearing
eyes?
sunglasses.
No,
in the-
but I know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
Pet Detective was around then. I think that was 95, maybe.
No,
That
we've
was a
already
big-
said the ones that were.
No, Pet Detective was 94.
Oh,
there we go.
I'm-
Okay.
golly,
What a year for
you're
Jim
right.
Carrey, huh?
Yeah.
3 movies in one
What?
year?
The Mask,
yeah.
Dumb and Dumber, and
Ace Ventura come out in
Wow,
That's
'94.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh, True Lies. That's a great one.
Yeah, I mean,
These are some. These
this
movies
might
are
be
all
the
still best year.
best
of movies.
movie year.
What about
ever.
Tommy Boy? When was Tommy Boy?
97.
Oh, that was later.
That was mine. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I graduated '97.
Oh.
Maybe,
Tommy
90,
Boy.
maybe it was
Street Fighter.
died
I remember
97.
that.
Maybe it was
Little
95.
Women.
Angels
in the Outfield. Great movie.
So did you just watch movies all the time when you were in high school?
That's all we
With all
did.
these good
I
No.
worked
movies?
at I was working at a video store in 94, so
Oh.
I took almost all these home. And
A Blockbuster or something else?
no,
Adventure Video.
Lebanon, well, Family Video.
Not a.
Mega Video.
Yeah.
Blockbuster. I'm
Blockbuster.
corporate.
He's not,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm doing
Out
family
of your
owned.
mind.
We had a tanning bed.
Mega video.
She had a tanning bed.
Blockbuster had benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
What did it cost to run a movie? Do you remember?
Dollar. I mean, it'd be like
Is this
99
before
cents or
credit cards,
$1.99.
too?
They had like.
It was around that.
Was
Yeah.
it before credit cards?
I
How
think
did
you
they
do
keep-
credit card if you. Yeah.
It was
you
one of
weren't-
those where you had to get out that big
Yeah.
thing.
It was a pain to
We
do.
would get so
Yeah.
mad if somebody paid with credit card.
Yeah, yeah.
Really? Then how did you get people to return stuff? Do you have to pay?
Yeah,
Charge their
card.
account.
Yeah, you had the card, the venture, like the mega. probably
Technically,
mega.
you really couldn't, right?
Maybe we had their credit card on file.
Or their bank account or something.
I don't think we were that elaborate.
I think they just
Maybe
had
a
an
check.
account.
They had an account. You had to write it. Yeah. They had
you
an
couldn't
account.
get another. Yeah, you.
Because then I think that would be
Yeah.
the problem is like, what are they going to do? Like, how are
They could steal once, but then they couldn't
Right.
win again until they
yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
We had a Dropbox with a camera on it. So,
Okay.
you know, if they said, I returned it, you know, we could prove if they could or did or
Oh,
not.
That's cool. Did you ever have to do that?
I didn't. Maybe the manager did.
I think I remember being $1.99, 99 cents where like,
Yeah,
they had like a
that's what I
99 cent
remember.
spin
Yeah.
where you could go and get some stuff. It was, you never rented anything. Or you had DVDs?
I remember. I remember renting a few DVD video games.
Yeah.
We would rent. From
Yeah.
I think it
Blockbuster,
was
but-
the most fun.
It's the best.
That was a
the,
great
it
time.
was a great time. It was a great time.
Physical media. It's where it's
Yeah.
at.
You're much more invested. If you rent
Yeah.
something and take it home and it's this or nothing, you're going to
Yeah.
stick it out.
Yeah.
Mhm. And it's more like you sit there and you go, all right, y'all ready? Like
Yeah.
it's a
Mhm.
more
Right.
of a, it's little stuff that it adds to versus now it's like you kind of take everything for granted now. Like maybe I take Leon Professional for granted because it's there. Shawshank I take for granted. It's always on.
Yeah,
So I'm like, well, I don't need to see it.
you should though.
Well, one day. I got 2 now. I have seen Mighty Ducks 1 and 2. I'm trying to think what I watched the other night. I watched something. A movie that's
Oh, Maverick 94?
Clerks,
Clark.
Ed Wood was great.
Yeah,
yeah.
Richie Rich,
Richie
The Client.
Rich.
I started watching
Client.
something.
There's an argument to be made. This is the best movie.
You know
year
what I
of all
started
time.
watching? Yeah. I tried to start watch West Wing last night.
Did you really?
Yeah,
was that?
so I
I
started.
think this is your second or third try at
yeah,
it, right?
so I had started the first episode maybe 8 months to a year ago, and then I just pressed. It said resume play. I just went right back into it, and then I was like, kind of did it, and I made it into the second episode, and then I was like, I don't know, go. It was like I was signing my book. Well, I'll show you. So I have to sign. So I have signed copies of my book. This is the cover
All
of
right,
it.
there it is.
There it is.
Big dumb eye.
Big
Wow.
dumb eyes.
Oh, that's what you've been saying.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying the big demise.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. So, but I had to sign. So I got to do signed copies, and and so I was like, yeah, I think I just was like having to focus too much, and then I think I also got a little bored.
That's not
with
a
it.
good zone out and put on in the background show.
Can I just skip to a season, or do I got to go through the whole
I
thing?
think you asked that 3 years ago on the pod.
There's episode Crackpots and These Women. That's where I was like, this show's great.
That might
It
be the
took a
one I'm
minute.
on. That's the second episode.
No, it's either the third or the fifth, and it ends with Martin Sheen gives the speech to the staff at the end, where
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, this is as good as TV can be." That's
Okay.
I remember feeling that.
Can I?
It took a while. You can go ahead and skip.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think.
Mark.
I don't know why y'all are laughing at me.
You just said you made such a big statement. This is as good as TV can be.
I said I remember feeling that.
Okay, that was just funny to me. That's
How
all.
old were you?
I'm not mad at you for making
Maybe 13 or
How do
14.
you have those feelings at 13? I can't even imagine thinking about TV like that in depth.
But then again,
point.
Well,
we
you
were
never
probably
thought like this
watching
is great television.
step by step.
I don't
or,
think. I've
yeah.
never was watching anything that. No, I didn't. You're intellectual.
I mean, I remember The Incredible Hulk, and when there was a second Hulk, they had to fight each other. I thought this is the best television's ever going to get.
Is
Yeah,
it like
that's
a
how I
gray?
felt
Was it like a
too.
gray Hulk?
Television barely been around.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, everybody was gray because it was black and white.
Yeah.
I didn't know Hulk was green till '94.
At first, he didn't know it was two Hulks. He thought his TV was just skipping, and then he hit the side of it, and he goes, "Wait a second! I think this is on purpose."
Yeah.
Yeah. Stephen Bass, just like Nate, I never made my high school basketball team and resorted to playing church league on carpet.
Aaron, I forward you a link to this.
But this made me eligible for a halftime contest. I got randomly selected to do at halftime of an Auburn game in college. I won $5,000 in dramatic fashion. I then also went on to walk onto the team my junior year and play for Coach Bruce Pearl.
Wow.
Oh, that's this kid?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I know Stephen Bass.
I think you do. I think you play pickleball
He
with
made a
him.
layup.
Oh,
Now he's got to make
yeah.
a free throw.
Yeah, he's like a good.
Stephen Bass hung
he's a
out with
good
me at the
shot.
He's got to make a
Parade.
3-pointer. Now we got to make a half-court shot here.
Oh,
after
no. That's the dramatic. I mean, he airballed the three. Now he's got to go back, set it. That's got to go in. Oh,
Oh,
no.
man. He's got, I guess you get 3
What do you got?
tries
Like
at each?
30 seconds, I
Yeah,
guess?
you got 30 seconds.
Okay,
Oh,
so he
there
made
it
that.
is.
Now he's got to make the half-court
3,
shot. This
2, 1.
Oh.
No
way!
Oh, man. What
That's
a feeling.
crazy.
Yeah, Stephen Bass. I hung out with him at the Parade.
Wow.
Yeah. This is amazing. I had no idea.
Smart that you just go that other
Go
way.
to the other goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Man.
And then I think the other link I sent you, it's just him on the Auburn basketball. He went from getting cut from his high school team to
Actually making it.
playing for Bruce
Look
Pearl.
at that.
This guy
dude.
crushes it.
Yeah.
6'6". How are they cutting him from his high school team?
I had cigars with that guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
How about that?
Incredible athlete. Had
Wow.
no idea.
Yeah.
You didn't know this at the time?
No, I had no idea he was this.
And he's a professional pickleball player, right?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's invited us to come play pickleball with him and Kid Rock.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
This is an
It's true.
interesting kid.
He's the most interesting man in the world.
See, that's what happens. You cut us from the high school basketball team. We're gonna make you pay later in life because we're gonna be killing it.
Yeah.
He's with Kid Rock. I'd like him to go play against my dad, who plays pickleball all the time.
That's his hometown Murfreesboro.
Is he good?
Oh, he lives. My dad is good, but I'd like this. My buddy Adam Son from high school. Him and my dad play together.
Uh-huh.
And they're on the same team a lot. So I just would be I would like my dad to see a professional.
Yeah.
He might have seen, because all these old people, they get into it. Adam Son's not old. Adam Son, he might know Adam Son, actually. Adam Son played basketball. He's probably young. Adam Son he graduated with me. He played for Belmont.
This guy played 2013.
Yeah.
So
So you forget. You're
knows
like,
Adam
hey, maybe you
Son."
know Adam Son. We graduated in 1973. Doug Destiny Farley. Dusty. You're coming to Boise, Idaho, February 21st. Is the material you're going to be performing on the 21st your new special you're shooting on the 28th, or you already trying out new material? Either way, I can't wait to see you.
Well, I had no idea that was in there. I would not have slipped that plug in for
Yeah.
my. But I probably be the exact material that I'll
Yeah.
record on the special
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
very close. So it'll probably be the exact thing.
Yeah, so
The week
hold
before.
off
Yeah.
for the special.
Mhm.
No. They tell people, don't go out. I'd wait for the special.
Yeah, come see it live.
No, go see,
See
it live.
You know,
It's always, you want to see it live, then you see it's always going to be a little different.
yeah.
Yeah.
It always feels
That's
a little
true.
different.
That is true.
Now, I read that Idahoans, is that
What's that?
Idahoans?
Oh, Idahoans. Yeah.
How do you pronounce Boise?
Boise?
But less with a Z and more with a S?
Yeah, Boise.
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 Boise. Boise.
We say Boise, but
Boise. Yeah, there's always too much emphasis on the last syllable for
Yeah.
some reason.
Boise.
People
Yeah,
always do.
Boise.
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 Then get out of it. Boise. Boise, Idaho.
A new sponsor of the podcast. You guys know I have 2 cats, Mitzi and Glovesy. Glovesy Lucy had before we met. Mitzi, Abigail, Nate's sister, found, and now we have her. And, we love her. We like cats. She likes to hide everywhere, but she just threw up like all over our...
child.
No, not on the kid.
Oh, okay.
But on the table. And it's, you gotta worry about your cat's digestion. That's why I'm excited about our new sponsor, Smalls. Cats should not eat processed food for every meal. That's why Smalls has become my go-to for cat food. Is your cat having digestive issues like ours, throwing up their food, or just in need of a diet upgrade? You gotta try Smalls. It's protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients you'd find in your fridge. You like all this stuff.
Yeah, I
Delivered
love
right to your door. That's why Cats.com named Smalls their best overall cat food. And I'm guessing Cats.com knows about this kind of stuff.
You would think.
Yeah, you would think.
To get 50% off your first order plus free shipping, head to smalls.com and use our promo code Nate. Our cat loves the turkey kind. They have all different flavors, beef, turkey. The turkey they're obsessed with.
They love birds.
Yeah. Oh, they had it this morning. And if your cat loves kibble, Smalls makes the perfect topper as you transition them to a fresh diet. Since making the switch to Smalls, my cat has fewer hairballs, a more balanced energy, healthier weight, softer, shinier fur coat, and a less stinky litter box. I'll be honest, we're working on the last one.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on the less stinky litter box, but she's just a healthier cat now, so it's excited. Other cat food brands know this. But they choose to put their wallets first. These are dirtbags.
Yes.
They fill their food with mysterious meat byproducts, artificial flavoring, preservatives with names I don't even want to try to pronounce. And if that sounds gross, imagine having to eat it every day. After switching to Smalls, 88% of cat owners reported overall health improvements. Hey, I'm part of the 88%. That's a big deal. The team at Smalls is so confident your cats will love your product that you can try it risk-free. That means they'll refund you if your cat won't eat the food. The packaging is also the best. Ours came with this great catnip toy. There's another Nateland cat just enjoying her new toy. It also has this great container for storage. So listen, what are you waiting for? If you're a cat guy like me, give your cat the food they deserve. Head to smalls.com and use promo code Nate at checkout for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use my code Nate for 50% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code Nate for 50% off your first order plus free shipping.
Kyle J. Ferguson, Boise, is the current capital of Idaho, but Lewiston was the original capital.
Ooh.
Southern Idaho residents wanted the capital further south, so the Idaho Secretary of State, Clinton DeWitt Smith, named himself governor while Governor Caleb Lyon was out of state duck hunting. Essentially, the Boise folks were like, we are the capital now, and went and stole all the stuff that made them the capital.
That's awesome.
Gosh. I
You
love
know
Wow,
that's
that.
happening?
I didn't know that. Mm-mm,
They
I
don't
didn't.
teach that
I love
in your
Boise.
school?
No idea if it's true.
I
But
don't know. Why is this a comment? What?
I've been saving that.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It's a fair question. It's a fair question. I have a running list of.
Oh,
We do every state.
Oh,
We've been doing,
okay.
You know, this is probably state 30, maybe we're on.
Okay. Oh.
And people will say, hey, when you do our state, here's a fun fact.
Oh.
And I save it. And today's that day. Kyle
was
said that
wondering,
probably 3
yeah.
years ago.
We've been
Wow.
waiting for you, Ryan. for-
Yeah.
yeah. We've been holding off
Wow.
Idaho.
I had no idea.
You are our Idaho.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could.
Well,
I
had no
there's
idea.
one else.
All right.
Are you the only comic from Idaho?
Do you guys know Dan Cummins?
Yeah, I know Dan.
Dan's
Yeah.
from Idaho. There's a few.
Mhm.
There's a few. Yeah. But I started in Utah, but I grew up in Idaho.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We've done a Utah episode. So
Okay. Well, I won't talk about it.
do you know how Idaho got its name?
No, it's an Idaho. It's an Idaho. It's an Indian word, a Native American word, right?
A lot of people think that. It was actually a woman there who got around named Ida. And, no.
I've had a lot of audience members tell me that,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure it was true.
It was supposedly a Native American word.
She's still around, you think?
February 21st.
Yeah, she's gonna be in Boise on February 20th.
A politician named George Willing came up with it. He said it meant a Native American word meaning gem of the mountains. But later, after being pressed on it, he admitted he just made it up.
Really?
Just a made up word.
Wow. These politicians in Idaho are ruthless.
Yeah.
I know.
That's a good made up word.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if I can make up a word like,
Yeah.
you know.
Your beatbox
yeah.
is broke.
Your beatbox. Yeah, I mean, but name a state, Idaho sounds perfect.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't know
unbelievable.
that.
You look at it, it was
Yeah.
just like, that should be called Idaho.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know
You think
that.
you can make up a state name?
No, but I think a lot of it is you're familiar with it. I think if you had never heard it and I said it, you'd think that was weird. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, for it to work out like that,
Yeah, it's worked out great.
it's like gravity. It's the gravity of America.
It is.
You're
Holding it
cheating.
together.
You're cheating.
But it's
It's
based
what's
off.
holding us back.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Keeping us down.
That was very fun.
He did. Yeah.
It's based off of a real girl, though.
Well,
Idaho.
I think
Ida.
They're not sure if even that's true.
Oh, okay. But Ida sounds like a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Ida.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes down to this, and I don't know, maybe they didn't use the hoe term back then. You know what I mean? But it's
Right.
like if there was a real girl named Ida, and then this guy's like, "Oh, I just made it up, Jim of the Mountain." Now it sounds like it did kind of come as an insult to this poor girl named Ida that probably just rejected this guy at some
Right.
point. And then instead of him just accepting the rejection, he's now name calling.
Yeah, I mean, all the stuff that happens sounds like y'all were founded in 1964. I mean, like even the capital things, like he was the state duck hunting. You're like, is this how recent was this?
We've kind of been the same place for a long time. And yeah, it's interesting he said gem because they call it the gem state.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that.
I do know that.
These guys don't.
Why do they call it that?
A lot of gems.
I guess.
Good job.
The gem
Yeah.
state. Yeah. I don't know why. Yeah, there's a lot of gems.
It has over 80 variety of gemstones.
There you go.
Is that high? I mean, you could tell me that's the lowest, and I would have thought.
It must be high.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something like that. It's got to be high. No one knows.
In the late 1800s, Ida was one of the top 10 most popular girls' names in the U.S. It's now about 1,200 in popularity.
Oh, okay.
So it's dropped down significantly.
Probably
but they're-
the state name has probably hurt the overall name for a
Yeah.
girl.
I mean, if you name your kid Ida now, you're just teeing her up.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's too bad.
That's a shame.
Too bad.
They're either called, Idaho, or you're called a potato,
Or
it's-
Ida.
Yeah.
or Ida, just a bad name in general. Yeah.
No, isn't there a potato called or Ida?
Yeah, there's a
Oh.
potato company.
Oh,
Yeah, or Ida.
Just
yeah.
he really hung him out to dry. Man.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
keep going.
yeah.
He's like, all right.
In 1990, there were 1 million people live in Idaho.
Oh,
They just hit 2 million.
wow.
Wow.
It's the fastest growing state over the last couple decades, right?
Yeah, they keep saying that. Yeah, that's what I hear. Everybody's moving there.
Yeah. Why is that?
I think, people want to get out of certain places and they're looking for, like you guys are growing here. Everybody's just moving around.
Everybody is moving around.
Yeah.
Where do they move?
Boise.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people moving to Boise,
So
but
what's-
a lot
Yeah.
of places. Yeah.
Where's the best weather in Idaho?
I mean, Boise's probably the most temperate. Yeah.
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 So you can
It'll
see
snow.
why they would want the capital to be there.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know how I mean,
Yeah, it makes sense if you live south, but
They're like,
not
we
if
got to
you're
conduct
north.
a lot of business, and it's pretty cold up here.
the northern part of Idaho is like, very sparsely populated. And you can't even get from southern Idaho to northern Idaho without leaving the state. Like if you're going to drive, this would be terrible for your tour. But if
Oh,
you were going
yeah.
to drive,
Why is that?
Well, he would do a stopover.
it's very remote. It's like part of the most remote wilderness in the whole country is like in northern Idaho.
Oh wow.
Oh, like close to Spokane up there.
Yeah, but
Oh, I
like
see.
between like
So-
Spokane and Boise,
You-
it's all mountain.
Do you think it'll be bad near Spokane February 23rd?
I think it'll
Who's
be.
there?
I don't know. I think it'll be
You there
great.
the 23rd?
I'm there.
No,
Spokane
no.
Comedy Club February 23rd.
Oh, wait, y'all gonna be kind of up.
Yeah,
How far is
Dusty,
boys?
stick
Pretty
around.
far.
it's a ways.
Yeah. You gotta go through the boys.
That
National
Coral.
Forest.
Go scroll back down to no, the Spokane by
Okay,
Spokane.
Yeah.
That Curta. What is that?
Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene. That place is crazy.
Yeah, it's beautiful, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gorgeous. A lot of.
I've golfed there. I golfed with Dustin
Oh,
Nickerson
really?
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nice
Name
spot.
dropping.
Yeah, a lot of people love it. A lot of like second homes and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's
Yeah, my
beautiful
fourth
there.
home's there.
Your fourth.
That's
home?
how far I go.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even have a second and third.
Yeah.
I went to the fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth.
Yeah.
Second home's cliche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a fun fact I read. You can get to Idaho by boat from the Pacific Ocean.
No way.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what Lewis and Clark did.
Did
Wait.
They went all the way to the Pacific
Yeah, but
through Idaho. Yeah.
but they walked to the coast, right?
I think a lot of it was on boats.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
There are rivers that run inland that you can
Oh,
This
get off
was,
in Idaho.
take the river.
Brian used to be in when he did debates. This was one of the main debates. So I don't know if you want to go against
I
him.
don't know if I
This
wanted
was a hot topic back when he was in high
Current
school.
event.
Yeah, Lewis and Clark were there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe, yeah, I don't know how much of it was in boats, but I thought they did that. I don't know.
What kind of Bigfoot sightings you guys got up there? Lot.
I know people who swear that they've seen Bigfoot.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah.
Idaho. How far are you from Boise?
Like 4.5 hours.
So you're north.
I'm like east and a little north.
Yeah, and then so like you said by Spokane, like if you get up in that, do people go up there and camp and stuff? Like, is that like known for hiking, or is it like remote where like no one?
Oh,
really
you can
goes-
go up there. I mean, yeah, it's beautiful, but it's very remote. I did like a river trip, like 10 days on the river, and went to all these places. The only place you can get there, only way you can get there is on the river or to fly, like these little planes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you just feel you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. It's
So, like,
amazing.
but hiking though, like people extreme hiking, they could,
Yeah.
they would do over the mountain and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah. There's lots of that stuff up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of it. Yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful.
I think I could go to some extreme hiking.
Yeah.
I remember
I've been-
start out extreme, but do like 3 days.
Yeah.
I remember the last time you went on a big hike, you came back pretty excited about it. You were
It's
like,
the best,
I
dude.
like the feeling of, I feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere.
It's
Yeah.
the best.
And then you haven't done it since.
It got so hard. But it's like, cause we did it on the road, and when we were up in Banff and we went and hiked, and it was like 10, 11 hours,
yeah.
and you're
Wow.
just like going and going, and it's awesome. And you're just like out there, and Banff is popular, so you would see some people,
Mhm.
but yeah, if you could go somewhere like that where you're like, you're almost guaranteed to not see anybody. Yeah, it's like, it's nice. You gotta have the right people to be with that are willing to, that can do it and go. And,
Yeah.
but it's, yeah, it was. I
You
love
did-
it.
that was overnight, or you did one day?
No,
tent?
that was just one day.
Yeah.
But I mean, when we came back to there's a hotel there.
Yeah.
And we came back in there to go eat after with my buddies, and it felt weird because it was
Yeah.
just we've been alone for
Yeah.
11 hours, and then you just walk back into like normal restaurant, and you're just like, huh. It's like you got to reintroduce yourself to reality
Uh-huh.
and like
Yeah.
be like, huh, because you walk in just feeling like a maniac
Yeah.
because you've just been out.
Hey, Bear.
Hey, bear. So yeah, I would. But yeah, the idea of just going up there,
Do you know the singer, musician Mike Posner? If you heard of him, he said a bunch of big songs. He walked across America a few years ago
Mhm.
from like Atlantic Ocean to Pacific Ocean. And he said in an interview, he said the weirdest thing when you're walking, like cities are so weird. You don't
Yeah.
think about it, but cities are such a small little part of the country that you're just walking and walking and walking, and a city pops up, and you're like, this is just so odd. It's like
Yeah.
out of nowhere, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
And you walk past it. But most of the country is just
Oh yeah.
The
Nothing.
woods, dude.
The woods.
Yeah.
Well, that was like a thing. I think I saw it on a video about someone being like, Americans don't travel, and then it's like, well, if you put America over where Europe is, you're like, yeah, we're traveling, dude. Like it's
Right.
It's
Yeah, that's
imagine
interesting.
these are all countries.
Yeah, right.
We're traveling just like you're traveling.
Right.
It just doesn't feel like that because
Yeah.
we came
The same
together.
country, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if they were just divided, like if we had to show our passport to go into Alabama, it would be like we're going to another.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
America fits over Europe by a little or a ton. I'm not positive, but
Yeah.
it's a good bit,
Mm-hmm.
I think. Oh, Europe is only slightly larger than I was the exact opposite.
No, but if you look
But
at
still,
them
it's
here, I
pretty
mean,
amazing.
Oh, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Right?
crazy.
Well, I don't even. How does that? Oh, that's Europe underneath it.
It's the green.
So we're bigger, right?
Yeah, why are we all out in the water like that? Don't
Yeah.
put us all out in the water and then be like, you're not bigger.
Yeah. So like so they would say like, oh, they go to a bunch of different. That's a little bit easier.
Who's
There
in
you go.
charge
Look
of
at
this
us.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. That's big.
So that's
Yeah.
like Ryan is from the UK,
Yeah.
Right.
and we're
Yeah.
from Romania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Turkey,
the
man.
same distance.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, and that's what I think they. So they think like, oh yeah, we've never been to all these different cultures. Like, well, we
Yeah.
we just came together as a group.
We're doing some
Yeah.
stuff, dude.
We travel.
Yeah.
38% of Idaho is owned by the U.S. Forest Service.
Forest.
Yeah.
Forced.
What'd you think?
I thought he said forced.
Well, forced is right too, though.
Forced. It is
they
forced. Yeah,
they
sure.
forced us to get it.
38%. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Who
most
are
of the
they?
State. United States Forest Service?
Yeah.
Like Smokey the Bear?
Smokey the Bear owns most of
He's the
Idaho.
only guy I know who works there.
How do you even buy it?
Well,
Just-
It's just a
government.
government
It's
agency
It's,
that-
Yeah.
that handles it. And
I think in some ways it's good because they're like not letting people bulldoze it and
Yeah.
Yeah.
destroy the forest. But in other ways, it's like they're like, this is ours.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
took that.
Yeah. 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 It does feel like this. So they just said that's ours.
wow. Nevada has 80%.
Yeah. Idaho top 5.
Yeah.
well,
pretty
that's
crazy.
totally different than what I just said.
Well, I think this is total federal
Yeah.
federal land.
So there's other stuff besides Forest Service.
Right.
Some military bases.
Nevada 84%. That's so crazy. It's most of the state.
There is the Idaho National Laboratory. It's the country's largest Department of Energy facility.
Yeah, that's near where I grew up.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do they do there?
They used to make nuclear subs.
In
And-
Idaho.
Yeah. It's way out in the middle of nowhere. It's crazy. You drive around out there. There's all these fences and buildings. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's the Idaho National.
Yeah, well, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, is this
What's
Yeah.
going on there?
Yeah.
UFO reverse
Well,
engineering.
any of that stuff is always weird when you're like out in the middle of nowhere and you're like, oh, this is like some kind of military
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, what's going on out
Yeah,
here?
yeah,
And then you don't know.
yeah. Nuclear. There's. We went out there on a field trip once and saw this nuclear
Yeah.
facility. It's pretty
But then
amazing.
the
saw what
building
they
next
were-
to it, they're probably
Yeah.
grafting different species of animals together.
Yeah.
You saw what they wanted you to see, right?
Yeah,
On that
yeah.
field trip.
Yeah.
It was a controlled.
That's what I was about to say. Too. Yeah. Yeah. You didn't go see the real.
Yeah, I don't think they showed it to us on the field trip. Whatever.
Yeah.
You're talking
Yeah.
about.
So y'all, so you grew up near nuclear stuff. Do you
Well,
think that's why you are how you are?
Probably.
Yeah, you got
I
a little look, like you're a little too close to.
The first city that was ever powered by nuclear power is in Idaho, I believe. I think it's called Arco.
Yeah, Arco, Idaho. Small town in eastern Idaho, 1955.
Mm.
They were doing this in 1955. Fully powered by nuclear energy when the Borax 3 reactor turned on. It is now the site of the Idaho National Laboratory.
Well, how's
Oh,
the
that's
city
the
doing
place.
now?
It's not much is going on there. Yeah.
But it like
That's
nothing
not
bad
good.
happened?
No. No, it's a cool little town.
Yeah.
I've driven through it. It's like a cool, tiny little town. But
County.
I thought they did have an accident there.
oh, did they? Maybe. I don't know.
I think there was a nuclear reactor accident. I felt like it was somebody.
Oh,
somebody died.
maybe I don't know. It's before. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, they don't mention it on their Wikipedia
gonna
page, so
say.
they
Well-
really blew right over it.
Yeah, I was looking for a section called like disasters or
Yeah.
something, but there's not one.
I say let's do it then. If they've been doing it since the 50s.
Look up.
Well, are they still doing
yeah.
it, or they stopped it?
Aaron, look up Atomic
I
City,
don't know.
Idaho.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if it worked there,
Why would it not work
let's
everywhere?
do it here.
Yeah.
This is Atomic City is an unincorporated area in Bingham County. Population 41, up from 29. It's booming over the last 10 years.
Yeah, big influx in Idaho, you know.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's the halfway point between Blackfoot and Arco.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
what about it, Brian?
I think that's where they had the accident.
Oh.
Where, but I don't see.
I gotta tell you,
Still,
man,
they don't mention it.
the Idaho PR, they're scrubbing this stuff from Wikipedia, man. They don't want people
And the
to
population is up.
know.
So there's never been
yeah.
a population collapse.
Yeah. Big time up.
Yeah.
Almost doubled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's like so there's one store and one bar.
Yeah.
They don't
The
sell
store
gas.
no longer sells gasoline.
Why don't they sell gasoline? New laws pertaining to its underground gas tanks. So that's interesting. Can't have gas underground. So
Yeah.
because of the nuclear stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Exactly.
We have gas stations where I. So
You live in a real city.
yeah, big city.
You got banks. And,
Yeah.
Dusty, when was the last time you needed to go to a doctor but you pushed it off?
Today.
Well, you probably made an excuse, like you're too busy, it'll heal on its own, or you just don't know which doctor to go to.
Yes.
Or sometimes
Yes to all.
you don't trust doctors.
That's true.
But thanks to ZocDoc, you can find the doctor that you like and you care about. Booking a doctor appointment can never feel so daunting, but unless you go to ZocDoc, there's no reason to delay. They make it so easy to find and book a doctor who's right for you. ZocDoc, it's a free app and website where you can search and compare high quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers
Wow.
across every specialty from mental health to dental health, eye care to skin care, and much more. You can filter for doctors who
hate
take
all
your
that.
insurance. You can also see their actual appointments openings and choose a time that works for you and click to instantly book a visit. How about that? Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. I use ZocDoc to find my doctors, and you should too. Stop putting off those doctor appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/Nate to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/Nate. ZocDoc.com/Nate. Lewis and Clark were the first Americans to explore Idaho, 1805.
Pretty big deal to you guys.
Yeah, we studied Lewis and Clark in fourth grade pretty extensively, I think. Yeah.
Sacagawea
Yeah.
was from Idaho.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you take like an Idaho history class in school growing up? A
Yeah.
class about specifically Idaho history?
If fourth grade was all about Idaho history.
Okay.
Do you have that? Do you
We
have
had fourth grade with Alabama history, right?
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
I guess you just pick a
Yeah, wherever you live.
the state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're onto something here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were did that.
We had square dancing.
Really?
Yeah, we learned how to square dance in grade school. Yeah. It's very cultural.
Did you keep up with it?
I haven't kept up with it. I've learned to call. I decided to learn to call square
Okay.
dancing.
Yeah.
rather than- yeah.
The Idaho Quarter features a peregrine falcon, which we learned from Joe Zimmerman is the fastest flying bird.
Oh, of course, Joe knows about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the state Idaho, and then the state motto Esto Perpetua, which means let it be perpetual.
What's perpetual mean? Just
I think
keeps
forever.
Going? Yeah.
All right.
Let it be perpetual, or it shall be perpetual. It's the state motto of Idaho that's we're just going to go on forever. That's what
That's
y'all.
kind of what it feels like when you're there.
Now we'll always be here.
It was the 43rd state, so one of the last ones.
Yeah.
Mm.
2 time zones. Pacific.
That I didn't. Oh, yeah. Pacific, I guess so. Way up north. Yep.
Yeah.
Spokane is in Pacific.
Got a great seal. The
I've
seal-
always said that.
the
Yeah.
seal of the state of Idaho is awesome. There's a lot going on. You got a
It
guy
is
with the
pretty cool.
pickaxe. You got a deer.
So great. They even call it a great seal.
It's a great seal.
Great seal of the state of Idaho.
I think I read they were the first to have a woman on their seal.
Oh, never mind. Kidding.
Very progressive.
Yeah.
They have more whitewater rivers than any state in the U.S. Continental U.S., I guess. So,
Okay.
But y'all have a lot of bears and stuff like growing up? Would
Yeah.
that be like you have to keep an eye on?
Yeah, we would get stuff. I was just home and went for a walk and saw a couple moose
Yeah.
and
that's cool.
deer.
What about
Yeah.
wild cats, mountain lions?
Where my family lives now, we had a scare in the neighborhood where there was a mountain lion out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and people were spotting it. You got to keep the kids in and
It's
stuff.
terrifying.
Oh,
Yeah, those
wow.
are scary. Yeah, my mom grew up seeing a lot of grizzly bears, but I haven't seen many grizzly bears.
Yeah.
But I've seen bears, like
Black
brown
bears?
bears, black bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a wolf one time out in the wild
Mm.
when we were out getting a Christmas tree. We would go cut our own Christmas trees up in the mountains, and I saw a wolf one time off in the distance. That was pretty wild. They're huge. You can't believe how
Wow.
big
Yeah.
they are. But yeah, we would get all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
How close were you to the wolf?
It was. I didn't feel in danger, but it
Yeah.
was like, wow, that's a big
Yeah.
creature out there. Yeah.
This is saying Idaho, there's about 80 to 100 grizzly bears in Idaho.
Okay.
Imagine that having that kind of impact with that few people. Those are powerful creatures, man. Got 100 of them. I don't know
They're-
how they know that.
Yeah, they track them very carefully. There used to
Okay.
be less, and then they've introduced more, I think. I don't know. Or, we live close to Yellowstone Park where they're protected.
Oh,
so they
right.
get out
Yeah.
of the park often, and that's
Really?
where we see them.
Oh,
Yeah, because
okay.
we live near the border.
Once they get out, you can just mow them down.
No. Federal offense. You'll go to jail.
Federal offense
Yeah.
for killing a grizzly bear?
I think so. I mean, it's big, it's a crime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had once we went in Yellowstone hiking. We were walking, and this guy had a big shotgun with two dogs because people would bring guns in
Yeah.
case like a
Mhm.
bear
Right. Yeah.
attack.
Yeah.
Right.
And there we go. That's where Travis goes. He goes, "This guy's hunting bears," and I was like, "I don't think he is. I think it's." And he goes, "No, I've seen hunting, and that guy's hunting bears." And we were on like a main trail,
Yeah.
and the dogs are just roaming. And I was like, "Travis, he would be the worst hunter ever."
He had like a state
And
park on
it's against the law. So this
Yeah.
guy's just like, I don't care, dude. I'll just go hunt grizzly bears. But you have to carry bear spray and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to. Yeah, you got to be careful. I mean, maybe there are some very select bear hunts. I don't know, but you can't just. Yeah.
What about when you were
No,
kids?
it says
Did you
there's
play in the
no
woods?
hunting season
no for
in
grizzly
Idaho.
bear. Yeah.
Intentionally shooting a grizzly bear is a felony. So if you do it,
Do it
Be
accidentally.
like-
yeah.
no, just be
Yeah.
like,
The gun went off.
throw your gun on
Yeah.
the grizzly bear.
Yeah.
You should carry drugs and a gun. And you go, look at me, he's trying to sell me drugs.
Planted on the bear.
Plant it on the bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? So
Can you
wild
imagine
place.
if they intentionally, how would they go, you go, no, the bear was coming at me. And they're like,
let's see the claw.
they go,
marks.
I don't know. It doesn't seem, how do they could prove that?
it. Yeah. I don't
So
know.
if you shot one, you would just go, no, he was coming at me.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
I guess they could tell by the bullet. So if it's a shotgun, it's like, well, then yeah,
Mm-hmm.
obviously you probably were close enough.
Maybe.
Yeah,
So
you
you-
get a sniper rifle.
Yeah, if they go,
Yeah.
well, it goes, it looks like this entered from 2 miles out. You go, hey,
He was coming at me.
Yeah, how
You know
long?
how fast they
how
can
close
move?
do you want him to get?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Did you want him? He goes, well, next time I'll let him get on top of me and stab him with a knife, like Reverent. Is that the name of the movie?
Oh,
Revenant?
Revenant. Yeah.
Revenant.
I think that's it.
Is reverent a word?
Reverence also a
Reverent,
word.
yeah.
Yeah. What else you
What'd
got?
you ask if he played in the woods?
Well, I'm just saying, like, as a kid,
Growing
did you
up.
guys play in the woods? And like, if you did, like, did you have encounters with stuff as a kid? Like, we would see.
Oh,
I grew up
yeah.
in Alabama. We would see snakes and,
Yeah. Yeah,
deer.
we would. Yeah, I mean, where I grew up, I grew up around a lot of potato fields.
Okay.
So we would get, in the winter, we'd see foxes coming out, and we would see Deer and stuff. We had a river like a mile behind our house, so there was wildlife back there. And then we would go fish on the river, and we would see stuff. Like
Yeah.
I would see. I got real scared by a beaver one time out
yeah.
fishing in the water. They're pretty
Yeah.
big,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
are
and they
big, yeah.
slap and it's
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah, I mean, they're
There's a
chopping
pop-up
down
right-
trees with their teeth.
Yeah,
They're pretty scary.
Yeah.
What about
I feel like a beaver. Do you think a beaver doesn't get the respect it probably thinks it deserves?
That's
Because it probably
probably-
does deserve more respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a beaver's got a little chip on its shoulder.
Yeah.
Like,
They're kind of treated as a joke, like cute little
yeah,
animals.
yeah. But
Like,
you're
yeah.
like, he's like, do you know what I'm doing?
We're
Yeah.
vicious.
He's like, I can rescape your whole landscape out here.
I'm chewing down an entire tree.
Yeah.
Damming up a river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do look.
Look at it.
They look fun though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they look fun and they look like, get out of here, beaver. But
They're wild.
this beaver's like, yo, dude, I will
Yeah.
destroy your world.
What about there's these little animals that kind of prairie dogs? Do you have those there?
Yeah. All sorts of little.
I saw some of those in
roads.
North Dakota.
Yeah.
Just in a little field out by the hotel.
Oh yeah.
Just prairie dog. I had never seen anything
They
like
just
that.
pop their heads
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
All over the field.
Were you
Right.
in a neighborhood? Or you on land or what?
When I was young, we lived in town, but we lived right on the edge of town. So it was like we lived next to like a cow pasture, but it was in town.
Yeah.
And then we moved out of town when I was like, I don't know, 14, and we just lived out amongst
Where
potato
did you, I
fields.
don't know if I know this, but did you grow up, you have siblings?
Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
brother and a sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
hmm
Or you were, you had
I'm the oldest.
the oldest?
Yeah.
I'm the oldest too.
Yeah.
Is your sister middle or youngest?
She's the youngest.
Exactly like me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Did you grow up in Idaho by chance?
Mhm.
You did? Well, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome. That'd
The
be
Idaho
amazing.
kid.
Yeah, we would get out of school. This is kind of interesting. We would get out of school for 2 weeks to harvest potatoes. They would let
Whoa.
school out
Wow.
every year. So school shuts down the first 2 weeks of October.
Now, would you actually be working
Yeah.
those 2 weeks?
Yeah, I would go get a job. I mean, because like, what else are you gonna do? So I would go get a job, and we would make we'd make money. I could make money. I could be like a
Yeah.
14-year-old kid and make like $600.
Oh,
I bought my
wow.
first car off my spud money. We called it.
Wow.
That's what we called
Yeah.
our spud money. I used to have a joke. I'd say that's now my street name.
Spud money.
Spud money.
Yeah, that is a good street name.
yeah.
Spud money.
Yeah.
Do you hate potatoes now?
No, I don't know. I like.
I just wonder if you
Yeah,
ate them
it's
all
like-
the time as a kid.
Yeah,
But
we
I guess
didn't
we all
really
eat potatoes all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Like right after potato harvest, you could just go out to the ends of the rows, and there's always potatoes sitting around, and just so. But that's only like a short time. Of
Can
the
you
year.
just grab them and just eat them like an apple? Do people do that?
I guess you could,
You
but
can't
I
do
don't
it.
know.
Little salt? Put a
Yeah.
little salt on there. I've
Just
eaten
eat
a
it
raw
raw?
potato. Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I never have eaten a raw potato.
Do you think y'all talk about potatoes more than anywhere? Like just in general, potatoes. Every day, potato gets brought up.
Well, kind of because, because you kind of the whole community lives and dies by the economy of potatoes.
Yeah.
Is there something about the landscape that makes it best for potatoes?
I don't know a lot about the science and stuff behind it, but yeah, the soil and the climate that we have.
Mhm.
I think you want cold weather for potatoes. too.
Yeah, yeah.
They say Idaho's environment is the perfect combination for potato cultivation of rich volcanic soil,
Oh yeah.
warm days, cool nights. So it's just like, the perfect place.
Like gravity.
It's
Yeah, like
just like gravity.
It's just
Just
perfect.
works out. Man.
Yeah.
Just works out.
Just any way
Yep.
different be a disaster.
Well, just like Earth, for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's 93 million miles from the sun, but if it was
Yeah.
91 million, it'd be too hot, or 94 million, too cold.
But that's a pretty big
That's
range.
pretty big range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good margin of error, a couple million miles.
I think
Yeah.
even
We
just
can
a few
float
miles.
in between.
No, not even a few miles because it varies. I mean,
We can't move at all.
The orbit around the sun, where the distance from the sun varies a lot because
Yeah.
it's not a perfect circle around the sun. That's why our seasons are. Yeah, that's why we have cold seasons and hot seasons. They're distance from the sun. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
But like Hawaii is just they're killing it. So they're just like perfect.
Yeah.
Where they're at.
Yeah, their position on the Earth is
Near the equator.
Like really worked out.
Yeah,
See, and
yeah.
that's not. Yeah, I mean, so that's what I'm saying. I think just a few shifts here like that would be devastating.
What kind of shift are you talking about?
I don't know, a few hundred miles of the Earth away from the sun. I think it could be devastating.
Maybe a few hundred. I don't know.
If
But I
we
think we got
went-
a little wiggle room there.
We do?
Yeah, I think so.
Because we're moving a little bit.
How much you think?
Well, type in how much wiggle room we got from the sun.
Yeah.
AI. We're putting AI through it.
So Earth's orbit around the sun
Ooh.
has a wiggle room of 5 million kilometers, which is, of course, means nothing to this
Yeah,
podcast.
a few hundred.
It
few hundred
is, 3.1 million miles.
I guess that destroys my theory then.
Well, it's kind of exactly 93
No,
million. Yours is dead on.
Yeah.
But
You
I
were
said
exactly right.
I thought
Just
if I
take
said
it.
if it was a
Just
million,
take it.
if it was a million in either
Just
direction, you'd
take
be
it.
dead.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
why we
but
don't
it's saying
stop.
we-
With the one time we do stop and give you flowers,
Yeah.
Brian, you fight us back.
Boom.
on it.
Go. No.
There
I
you
wasn't
go.
right. I
The
wasn't
win,
right.
dude.
That's
right, sure.
yeah, take that
Sure,
to your
I'll take
boy John Clark. We try to teach him
John Clark.
John Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's yeah.
That's the most creative fake name I could
I
think
like,
of. John Clark.
I like the Reddit question there. He goes, that was a stupid question, but how much wiggle room do we because I bet they say that in the science
Yeah.
lab. They go, we got some wiggle room.
The Goldilocks zone. Yeah. When they're looking for these exoplanets that might have signs of life, they're looking for planets in the Goldilocks zone.
That have
But to have
the wiggle
that,
room.
have that much wiggle room, but then there is such a varying degree of temperature in between, North Idaho and Tennessee.
Or even southern Idaho.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just like, but then we have 500 million miles of wiggle
yeah,
room.
it feels like we have tons of wiggle room, and I don't think that has been laid out to me appropriately. I thought we couldn't move at all, and it turns out
Oh, why
we're
did
all
you?
willing. We're like a bowling ball going down there. We can hit everywhere.
Why did you think it's colder in the winter than it is in the summer?
I never was asked that question, and so I never had to think about it.
But why would there be so much difference in between Mexico and
Idaho,
yeah,
Alaska,
yeah,
Canada.
When- if
The
that's
shape of the Earth.
that's a few
contributes to
that's
that.
a few thousand miles,
Mhm.
but yet we have 500 million.
Or 3.1 million.
you keep changing the number. Every,
yeah. 500
time
million.
you-
I agree with a lot.
10 trillion.
7 trillion miles. Here.
All right, so 3.1 million
Yeah.
we have of wiggle room. You would think that just
How many miles is America?
Yeah, 3,000
2,000
left.
something, yeah.
You got a whole nother Earth.
That's
moving
what I'm
away,
saying.
'cause-
Yeah,
Come on.
2,800
That's what I'm
miles.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's all.
I still don't
Yeah.
get what you're saying, but I'm glad we're
Well,
talking about
look. Right here, we
The
got a
equator.
we got a little space.
What do you mean
know,
a little space?
Like from the distance from Idaho to Mexico.
right.
Yeah.
That's a few thousand miles. Let's
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you can move. We have a variance of the Earth can move.
big
3.1
swings.
million miles away from
Big
the sun, and
Yeah.
it not affect us too much.
Oh, it does affect us because the seasons change, right? Because we're
Are we? So we're always kind of sliding.
no.
You think
What
we're
they're
all
saying is
like-
because
No, I understand the seasons.
Yeah.
but I'm saying if we're in winter,
yeah,
our normal winter,
Mhm.
but this time we've wiggled about 3.1 million miles away.
We're in some
That's going to
trouble.
be an extreme winter.
Yeah, we would want to wiggle towards the sun.
I think we're all. My understanding is the wiggle room means it's not a perfectly circular orbit around the sun. It's elliptical.
Right.
So the wiggle room means the distance between the closest point and the farthest point away from.
Oh,
the
see,
sun.
my understanding of wiggle room is like we're on an axis.
No,
This is
no,
always our
it's
spot.
not going like
But
That's
then
that.
one day,
right?
that's not
Yeah.
that's what wiggle
I
room
thought it'd be
is.
like
Wiggle
like
room-
you spin a top, and right before it slows down, now it
It's
starts moving.
wobbling
Yeah.
like that.
If you spun a top on this table, it would go.
Yeah.
it would be.
if
You
you
got
go,
a little.
does the car fit in the parking lot? You're like, yeah, it does. You go, but how much wiggle room do I
Yeah.
have?
Uh-huh.
Because you
Right.
got some wiggle room. You get your door open.
There's a spot,
I think-
but do you have some
Because
wiggle
people
room?
will go, look, the universe is so perfect. If the sun were an inch, if the Earth were an inch closer to the sun,
Yeah.
we'd burn up.
That's
And
what
you
I just said.
Well, yeah. But I mean, we're
We have
3 million
3.1.
miles closer to it in the summer than we are in the winter, according to this. According to my understanding of this, which might be wrong.
I think we also need the moon to be exactly where it's at.
The moon
tides.
helps a lot.
Yeah.
The moon's nice to have.
Yeah. The moon.
I just think I think
Appreciate the moon too.
I think
yeah.
our definitions of wiggle room are off.
We need the moon to keep the ocean back.
You ever see the
Then we
movie
just keep
Moonfall?
going.
You ever see the movie?
I think I have.
The movie,
Huh?
the moon's
You talked about Moonfall. You love
It's
Moonfall.
great.
the moon's
right?
falling, and
Oh,
so the
it's great.
oceans are like suddenly
Yeah.
like really. It's a
Oh,
good movie.
I'll watch that
It's fun.
tonight.
Yeah.
It's the best. Yeah. Yeah. It's great.
Ron, are you familiar with Snake River Canyon?
oh yeah,
So 1974, Evel Knievel.
yeah,
Is this a big thing? Big
yeah. I know about that. He jumped over it. That was like a huge deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had a rocket powered motorcycle
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
with a parachute.
Wait, when
attached.
was this?
1974? And they carried this
Were you there?
on Wild World of Sports.
Do you remember watching it?
live when I was 2?
Yeah. Oh,
No.
y'all didn't have TV yet.
Why is that funny?
Did they go? Did he just announce it on the radio and y'all go? Yeah, I bet he made it. And he's off. And he's on the other side. Thanks for tuning in, WSMV.
It's WTV.
Wow, is that it?
No, that is not it. That's
He had a
Well,
rocket.
this is a guy doing it in his honor.
Whoa, he
A-
hit the
a
drum.
different guy.
This is
well.
a
What happened to
rocket.
Evel Knievel is his parachute opened too soon. He made it across, but then the wind slowly started drifting him back.
Oh no.
He crossed back over the river and landed like 10 feet
Oh, really?
from where he was.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Oh, he went all the way back.
He just slowly started going back.
Oh, wow. So he went over
Yeah,
and then
made it. And
made
then
it.
The wind took him back.
And it really was like 10 feet from
I mean, it was
like,
something crazy.
Yeah.
He said if he'd landed in the river, he would have died.
Wow, I didn't
Yeah.
know that part.
So this is a guy in 2016, more than 40 years later, who completed the jump in his
Oh.
honor. So
54 years old.
Why
too.
would why would he have died in the river? Really, just a harsh river,
Yeah, I think it's
Probably
I
very
guess.
cold.
Yeah, I don't know.
very rough and cold.
Yeah, it's a big steep canyon.
you
That's
don't
why-
want to land if you're in a thing. You don't want to land in water.
And a parachute tied up.
Yeah, you get all tangled up.
Suit.
Maybe he
Yeah.
said that just to make it more.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Is that the Evil
I think
Knievel
that's old
one?
Evil Knievel footage right there, the old one.
Yeah.
And then this guy went back and just did it.
Yeah.
You got to get when the wind's right.
But he made it.
He made it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right.
Why is that guy
Wow.
hanging out with William Shatner?
There it is. There's the canyon.
I don't
Oh,
know. Yeah, God, it looks awesome. Some
it
some
windy?
places like they look
Or
like
is it
different
very
planets.
windy?
It's very windy where I grew up. Yeah,
Yeah.
very windy.
I know it's
Wow.
awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. Little Grand Canyon.
Yeah, Snake River goes right through my town too. That's a different part of it.
Just snakes on through there.
Yep.
How big is it? Is it like that big?
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
big.
Is that one of the ones we're supposed to acknowledge?
What is
No,
that?
that's up to the
You have
viewers.
the snakes on through there. Yeah.
It's up to you people to decide that.
Yeah, come on, John.
Yeah, John
Oh,
Clark.
yeah.
John Clark's screaming at his computer right now.
Because they should just mark where Bates does jokes.
The oldest ski resort in North America, Sun Valley,
Oh,
is in Idaho. It's
Okay.
the world's first chairlift was installed there.
wow. It's a cool place.
Yeah.
A lot of Hollywood people used to
It
go
said
there.
it changed the skiing business because before you just had to literally hike up,
Oh, really?
go down.
Oh, it must have been like an
Wow.
extreme sport before
Yeah.
that, right? Like
I guess so.
just to
Yeah,
get
I guess
up there.
probably people just didn't do it.
Yeah.
Or you do
Oh.
it once and
Yeah.
then you're like kind of
The skiers before were so mad. You got to think they were like,
Oh.
"Oh, now
Yeah.
everybody's
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah.
They got to lift."
Well, I bet they did before. They might have had like like a wave runner. What do they call it? The snow
Snowmobile.
snowmobile.
Yeah, maybe that.
That's a wave runner for the snow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a perfect description of it.
Yeah.
You got to.
Did you do a lot of snowmobiling? Is
Yeah, we used to snowmobile.
that pretty fun?
Yeah, it's fun.
Did you have a snowmobile? Or was
Yeah.
It, oh wow.
We
Yeah,
had
you
we
kinda
had
did
to
everybody
have one.
have to have one.
Well, we had to have one because we'd get snowed in, and then school would be canceled. But my dad would have to have a way to get to work sometimes.
Golly.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
that's
That's
So
awesome.
just but I mean,
Snowmobiling to
outside,
work?
like just freezing.
Yeah, a lot of snow. I mean, sometimes it's really.
You guys have never snowmobiled? I snowmobiled a little
I don't think
bit.
I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah,
Where?
But
Canada.
Oh yeah.
My wife's.
But I'm saying like your dad like has to make
Yeah.
just at like no heat. You're just
Yeah.
like sitting on a motorcycle
Yeah.
and have to go drive to work.
seems cool.
It
though,
wasn't
I
that
feel like.
far, you know,
Almost.
but
Yeah.
it,
Oh,
like,
so
there
it's
was
pretty
al-
easy for him.
But there was no other way to get there.
Snowmobiling to work
Right.
seems
I'm trying
cool.
to give
Though,
you
I
your-
think.
I'm impressed by your dad. You're like, nah, it's pretty easy. Yeah.
He could have walked.
He should have walked. It. He goes, come on.
Random story. I was with Dusty. I think we were in the UP of Michigan, and this guy reached out to Dusty, and he's like, I want to come talk to you about doing a show at my place. I don't know if you remember this. He goes, let's go, come have lunch at the restaurant. And we come there, and he's like, dude, in the winter, it's great. We'll do a show here. Everybody will take their snowmobiles up, and we'll do the show. And Dusty's like, that's great. And then the guy goes, all right, it was good to meet you. And then leaves and didn't pay for our lunch. Do you remember this?
Oh yeah.
He made it sound like I'm going to buy you guys lunch and talk about this, and just stuck Dusty.
I
with the
remember
bill.
that guy not paying for my lunch. It seemed like he invited us to the restaurant. He was
Yeah,
gonna buy
then he
our
just
lunch.
left. And I
Wow.
don't, I don't think he ever did a show there.
No,
No.
I forgot about that, but I do remember a guy not paying for my lunch.
Snowmobiles made me think of that. Sorry.
Oh, I was
That's-
gonna
that's- it's a weird tangent.
Yeah.
Did you have to buy his lunch?
No, I think he.
I don't.
yeah.
I mean, it just was. It wasn't like.
and it wasn't great food.
It was
either.
like
Dusty
his.
was mad about
It was
the food.
almost like his restaurant. Like he really forced us to come there. He was
Yeah.
like, "Do come here. Come here tomorrow. I'll get you guys some food." Sort of thing like that.
And we get there,
Yeah.
and Dusty goes, I saw the Cisco truck in the back.
Yeah,
it was all
yeah.
just the same.
Yeah,
food.
everything's the same.
Yeah.
All food's the same.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A couple of companies that started in Idaho. Albertsons grocery store.
Oh, I love
Oh,
Albertsons.
Keith.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keith Albertson.
We kept the stats for it.
Buck knives.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, you got a buck knife?
Probably.
Dusty? Yeah.
I don't. Well, oh, like the knife.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a store.
Well, it's a brand.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a type of knife, but it's a brand.
Okay.
Okay.
They're in San Diego. No, it says founded in San Diego.
Oh, well, never
Their
mind.
headquarters are in Post Falls, Idaho.
Mm.
Oh, this says founded in 1902 in Mountain Home, Idaho.
Well,
Okay.
it says 1902, 123 years ago in San Diego.
All right.
So it has nothing to do.
I like.
Hold on.
I like that they put the math in there for us.
Yeah.
120.
What does it say up there at the top?
So he made his first knife in Mountain Home, Idaho.
Okay.
Yep.
Then after World War II, he moved to San Diego and set up the shop.
Okay.
So,
So it's a guy that had a knife in Idaho 150 years ago, and then he left. That's basically
There's
the
not a lot about Idaho, guys.
gist.
This feels like Idaho's trying to make a claim.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this on Idaho and not
Yeah.
on Brian. This feels like Idaho's making a claim.
Well, their headquarters is in Post Falls, Idaho.
They all make
Yeah.
it back.
So
They all come back.
Hoyt Buck. Hoyt. That's a
Great.
good name.
it's a great name.
Hoyt.
Hoyt Buck.
Hoyt
That's a
Buck.
great whole
Yeah.
name. I mean, the whole
Yeah.
thing. Hoyt Buck.
Hoyt.
Yeah.
Hoyt Buck. That's a guy. If you're born Hoyt Buck, you're gonna do something.
You're going to make a
You
knife.
better.
You're not gonna not. Yeah, you're gonna be in the mix of.
If you don't
things.
have a
Yeah.
knife, you'll make one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Dude, look at the Chuck Buck.
Chuck,
Chuck
Buck,
Buck.
Yeah.
Al Buck, former CEO, Chuck Buck, former chairman,
I'm Hoyt Buck. This is my son, Chuck Buck. I mean, that family is
revenue.
intense.
Yeah, number 320 employees.
Yeah. Paul Boise.
Paul Boise. Yeah, and they're look at that.
Some movies shot in Idaho. Bronco Billy.
Oh, the famous
Oh,
Bronco
Clint Eastwood?
Bill. I don't
Yep.
know what that
Yeah.
movie was.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of
Clint
it.
Eastwood. Pale Rider, also Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
another big
Whale
one.
Rider?
Pale Rider.
That was a
Whale
good
Rider.
movie, too. Remember Whale Rider? That was Hawaii.
No. My Own Private Idaho.
That makes sense.
I mean, I feel like you're making these movies up.
That's with, River Phoenix.
And Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Mm. And the movie's called My Private Own Idaho.
My Own Private Idaho.
That's what the movie's called?
Yeah.
Why is it called? What's it about? Just
I've never seen it. You've never heard of it?
It's
I've
a
never
Gus
heard
Van
of it.
Sant movie.
My Own Private Idaho.
Nate, it's loosely based on Shakespeare's Henry IV.
Yeah.
So,
So you're
very
come on,
familiar.
give me a break. I've never, yeah. Who knows what that?
So Napoleon Dynamite, basically.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Some famous people from Idaho. Aaron Paul,
Oh,
That's a good
Breaking
one.
Bad.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Graduated in 1997
Wow.
from
Oh,
Centennial
wow.
High School.
Wow.
Which high school?
Centennial High School in Boise.
Wow, he really grew up there.
Yep.
Is he? Yeah. Where at? Where's that school? How far are you from that school?
Centennial?
Yeah.
That's in Boise, so
Oh, so
It's
he's
a ways.
he's big city.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're a little more.
Yeah.
You're the real
Idaho.
deal. Yeah.
You're
the
a real
McCoy.
deal, Idaho.
Yeah.
Ryan
He's
Hamilton.
Hollywood, Idaho.
Yeah.
Ryan Hamilton's pretty high on the list of famous people from.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
I got
I
the
don't know.
notable
I
residents.
think you made this list yourself.
No, look at the Wikipedia for Ashton.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
For
wow.
That's
Look at
cool
that.
stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the dream, to be the notable resident
I'm
of
Yeah,
shocked
yeah.
that Ashton has a Wikipedia.
Is that
page.
dog sled race a big deal there?
Yeah, I mean it was, and it still exists. But I remember hearing about it all the time. There was a big, I think it was international, or maybe just a big national dog sledding race in the, probably like the 40s, 50s.
Do you refer to Ashton a lot in your act?
Yeah, in my first special, I talk about it. I mean, I don't mention the town.
He still
name.
does that material.
Yeah,
I wonder if who's made it big from that small of a town? Like,
Mm.
like
Elvis.
you would have to be. He was from. Yeah.
Tupelo.
Oh yeah.
You're pretty far behind, Ryan. Sorry, I didn't know Elvis
Yeah.
was going to be. I thought we were going to have fun. I didn't know he was jumping out of the gate.
Is
and be like-
Tupelo smaller than Ashton though? Yeah,
No,
Tupelo's
not
a
even.
good size.
No,
city.
that's what I mean. Then, so
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
saying
We'll see
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, Tupelo has a population of 37,000.
37,000.
I mean,
Yeah.
37
Now,
times
there's probably
bigger.
12. There's probably 12 Elvises there.
Yeah, but
we're talking about he had 1,000 people.
Ashton is still 1,000.
Ashton's
people.
1,000
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So to make it from that small of a town,
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey,
Yeah, she's from a town of 6,000. Still, I
Still.
mean, still like New York compared to where Ryan's
Taylor Swift, like what?
4,000. Again,
Where's she
These
from?
are-
In
Pennsylvania.
but I mean, what's like West Reading, Pennsylvania? But that's probably Reading, Pennsylvania. What's Old Hickory? Because if you count,
Oh, now I see where we're going with this.
no. I
wasn't following.
I wish.
23,000.
So all right. So but Old Hickory. So we're 23,000. But I wouldn't like Old Hickory is a suburb. West Reading's like a suburb. You grew up in like a straight up.
There's no suburb.
There's no suburb.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Like there's
What's
no
the suburb
suburb.
of Ashton?
So it's like 1,000 people.
Carrie Underwood, small family farm in
Oh, that's pretty small.
Chickasaw, Oklahoma,
Yeah.
3,000
Yeah,
people.
That's small still, but we're still not at 1,000. Still not at
You might
1,000.
win, right?
People's high schools are
Well,
more than 1,000.
But you got to wade in how big the star is you're talking about. I
Well,
mean,
that's what I think is. I think the numbers helping you more the other one than the other.
okay. okay.
So we're in a like we're going against Taylor Swift, but I'm having to bring in like yeah, but you were near some cities. I'm talking about I got a guy that was in
His dad took a snowmobile to work.
yeah. Like even if you're 1 out of 3,000, you're 1 out of 1,000.
Yeah. Well,
Pretty good.
okay. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll
Maybe
take
the most famous from the smallest place of all.
Of
is what
all.
we're saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I've never thought about it like that before.
yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
a weird thing to think about yourself, but
Yeah.
it's fun when other people do it.
Tina
Yeah.
Turner. Tina Turner's from Nutbush, Tennessee.
Nutbush.
What county is that?
Oh, that's probably what, 10,000
McNary, maybe?
McNair.
It's West Tennessee. I don't,
population. Let's see. This is the big one. 259.
Good night. Sorry.
Whoa,
Yeah, that-
259 people?
That's crazy.
She's dead though, right?
That means most of the people there made it famous.
You got her.
Yeah.
You just have to keep adding things. No, that is alive.
Yeah.
That was.
Wow. Michael Jackson probably from small. He was from Gary. That was not-
Gary's
that's
a big
not small.
city. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Haywood County. I was wrong.
Good
Wow.
stuff.
All right,
Well,
anyway,
all right.
famous people: Aaron Paul, WWE Hall of Famer Tori Wilson.
There you go.
I think I know her husband.
Really, that's a good way to end.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do.
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I do know her husband. I just met him.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Idaho.
that was Idaho.
Did it.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Did
Yeah.
I? You
Yeah.
did all the work on that.
As usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Clark gets it.
Number one fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, dude.
Shows this week.
Yeah, shows this week. I'm Vegas. I'm in Las Vegas, so I'll be out there. Yeah. Big Dumb, but yeah. Big Dumb Eyes. Pre-order the book. Go ahead and pre-order it. That's always a great thing when they said when you pre-order. So do that. Very fun. May 6th. So
It's exciting, man.
yeah, pre-orders have been going good.
The
And
cover looks nice.
yeah, I haven't shown you to see the back of it, but my alias that I check under. I don't use my name.
Oh.
Don't say it. I got to change it because it's still this.
Oh.
Okay.
But it's about to be done.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm giving it away. So we have a funny story about it. So I got to change.
Do you do an alias at Starbucks?
No.
What is? Oh, is that someone who got it for you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'll sometimes do it like if someone else is there.
Yeah.
But like if I was with Ryan, I would go Ryan just because it's like
Because nobody knows
sometimes
him.
Nate. Yeah. My alias now I use is Ryan Hamilton. That's my joke. Yeah. That's
I don't want to be bothered.
yeah.
Nobody recognizes
Nobody.
it. Nobody.
That's what
knows.
I was telling Joe Zimmerman. I thought I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use another alias. Joe Zimmerman. It'd be a fun joke to always just say whoever you're with's name. So I plan on doing that quite a bit.
This Friday, I'm at Stardome in Hoover, Alabama.
Sir.
Just a few tickets left, so don't wait till Friday. You might miss
Hoover,
out.
Alabama.
Mess around.
That's not Birmingham. There's another one.
Well, it's a suburb of
Oh,
Yeah.
Birmingham.
oh okay.
Yeah. It's not like your town.
I see.
Yeah. And then Marion, Illinois, Quentin, Virginia,
There we go. Easy driving all this.
Winter Haven, Florida, Cocoa, Florida, not Cocoa Beach, Florida, Cocoa, Florida.
You will fly to that though.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
And Mars Hill, North Carolina. That's what I got coming
There
up.
you go.
Mhm.
I get to plug my stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
of course.
on, where am I? Oh, Kohler, Wisconsin this
Oh,
week.
yeah.
That sounds good.
Next week.
That's where the golf course is. Whisper.
Oh, yeah. It's like a
God.
nice resort.
Whispering Oaks?
No. Whistling Straits.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like a crazy resort.
Yeah.
So that's Kohler. It's I'm almost positive. Yeah, Kohler, Wisconsin American Club. Is it a club or is it a
It's a
Are you
weird,
at a-
it's a
is
gig, but it's
Yeah,
like
it's
a
a
public gig.
yeah
but-
public gig? So they have a crazy hotel there in Kohler, I believe. So I had a joke about not being able to turn the light off
Mm-hmm.
in a hotel room, and it was in Kohler.
Oh,
Kohler,
really?
Wisconsin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it was in Kohler. It was because I think that's where Whistling Straight is. It's there. There's a like a crazy nice hotel there because there's Black Wolf Run. There's like a
Right.
bunch of very nice golf
Yeah.
courses, and so it's an amazing place. And then I did a corporate gig in that hotel, and I think it's like a really nice hotel.
Yeah.
And so that was the one where I couldn't figure out how to turn the light off.
Yeah, I keep hearing about it. I'm looking forward to it.
It's cool.
I think it's also connected to like the Sync people, Kohler.
Oh yeah,
Those are the people.
Oh,
yeah.
The Kohler.
yeah. They're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I've stayed. They have a hotel in Green Bay. I think I've stayed at Kohler Hotel. It's the Sync people. Yeah, West Palm Beach, the Villages, Florida, Newark, New Jersey. Yeah,
Yeah, awesome. West Palm Beach is great too. That
Yeah.
place is great.
yeah,
Kravis Center.
yeah.
All right. Aaron Weber here tonight, Wednesday, the 29th, January 29th, Houston, Texas at the Houston Improv. I'm in San Antonio tomorrow night, Thursday, and then Austin at the Creek in the Cave all weekend. And then Friday,
Signature dish.
check it out. Signature Dish on
Boom.
YouTube.
January
check it out.
31st.
It's a half hour, just knock it out. Put it on
Yeah,
while
put it on.
you're doing the dishes.
Yeah,
Check it out.
it's a perfect amount of Aaron.
It's a little more than you'd like, but
I don't think so.
I don't overstay
I think
my
it's a
welcome.
perfect
oh,
amount.
thanks, man.
Yeah,
30 minutes on the
30
dot.
minutes.
Love it.
I think the next one
Okay.
will
And
be-
watch them on the Tonight Show.
Yeah, and the Tonight Show.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's this
Yeah.
Monday.
So much. Forget how much you have to plug.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, this weekend, Friday I'm in Red Bank, New Jersey, and then Saturday I'm in Philadelphia. Never been to Philly, never been to Red Bank, New
Oh,
Jersey.
really?
Wow.
2 theater shows, going to be great.
That's
I saw you at
great.
the Villages on February 8th. I'm actually at the Villages on the February 25th.
I've never been there, but people keep messaging me like,
I've never
"You're
been
going to
there
the
either."
villages? What
Yeah.
are you doing?"
Yeah.
I guess it's a lot of I don't know.
Good or bad?
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of older people,
Oh,
so they're
yeah.
like shocked that I'm going.
They
But
say
I'm
it's
Yeah.
kind of an area where the older people, like, you know, it's like they've retired there and now they're kind of partying with each
Yeah.
other all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what there's
Yeah.
But I'm excited about it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it looks
I'm
fun. I
looking
love
forward to it.
Florida.
Yeah.
And Florida in February, get out of the
Absolutely.
cold.
Wait, we're not overlapping. When are you there?
I'm
No.
there the 25th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. We did it.
Ryan, thanks for coming in, buddy.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having
man.
me, guys. I really mean
best.
it. This was so fun. I appreciate you having me. It's
You know,
nice
yeah.
to see all you guys
We
at once.
opened the Albany Funny Bone together.
That's
Ryan,
right.
was headlining. I featured, and then he got a big corporate gig and
Really?
bought me a steak. He said, "I just
that
got a
right?
big corporate gig," and he took me out for a steak.
I
Yeah.
don't remember
Oh, that's
that.
awesome.
That's
Me
great.
and my
Ryan
wife.
is you're
Very nice guy.
You're the best.
Oh, you guys.
Like we love you.
Thanks,
Everybody
guys.
So funny.
knows that. Yeah, you're the funniest.
Oh, you guys are great. Thank you.
All right, we love you guys, and have a good week. See ya. Nateland is produced by Nateland Productions and by me, Nate Bargatze, and my wife Laura on the Audio Boom platform. Recording and editing for the show is done by Genovations Media. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to catch us next week on the Nateland Podcast.